Hello and welcome to another lock-in Warhammer Online Battle Report. Today we have Sylvaneth versus Seraphon in a 2,000 point game where we play Duality of Death. Strange one.
Warhammer Online, the hope of wargaming.
Well, once again, just before we get into the game, I just want to thank everybody again. A whole raft of incredibly positive support from the community. We've had a huge surge of subscribers as well, which is really fantastic to see. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. It makes the visibility of the channel so much easier for us all as well. So it's fantastic when word gets around and we get a bigger audience. Saying that, like I say, the positivity of the comments we've had, and to be honest, really engaging with some of the people out there. So again, I'm going to put up some of the comments, and a big thank you to a few of the people who've pointed out rules. This is now my 4th game of Sylvaneth.
Big 4.
And I've made a change. I haven't brought Alarielle with me.
It's weird to see. It's weird to see.
Yeah, I mean, this is more or less my entire Sylvaneth collection now.
Minus
Once you take Alarielle out, then I'm left with this and about 20 dryads to summon. Yeah, and a bunch of trees and those kind of things. But and that's why I've done it. I wanted to see what a kind of tree lord list is like. So we'll go through the army list, but you can probably see from the table in front of me, there's a whole bunch of big guys.
Yeah.
Jack, yourself?
Yeah, I'm bringing the Seraphon again. I'm giving them another go, but this time I'm going with Starborn. I've played Coalesce the last 2 times now. And I've just got some Skinks done and based and a Troglodon done and based. So I thought, why not? I'll give it a go. It's more kind of going back to what it was before, so it'll be interesting to see how it holds up.
Yeah. I think it's fair to say you instantly chose Coalesce when you looked at the 2 options.
It seems like the more powerful of the 2, especially with like how I like to play with Saurus and monsters. But I was playing it and I was missing my teleport. I'm going to say it, I was missing my teleport. The tactical advantage that gives you is quite interesting. So yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's see what happens.
Give it a go.
We're also on our new table. We should mention that. So this is the new Ice Realm table. This is a mat from Deep Cut Studios, actually. And this is their Frostgrave map, which is a fantastic game in its own right. But we've built this frozen city. We kind of thought it'd be fun to see Sigmar in an urban context.
Yeah,
as we were setting up, we were saying this is a bit like 40k.
Yeah, we're putting things in buildings. What's going off here?
Putting units in buildings, which is the strangest thing.
But yeah.
So it's nice to see this done. This has all been going off in the background. We've been working really hard on this terrain, so there's a bit more variety to the tables that we play on. We've also got a lava terrain one.
Yeah.
So check out Facebook and stuff like that where we've been doing that. And one final message really to everybody is, things are getting pretty scary and real out there with this COVID situation. So do stay safe as well. We've got a huge multinational audience, US, Canada, Australia, the UK, just to name a few. And this is affecting everybody. So stay safe and let's relax and watch another Sigmar Battle Report. Right, let's get into the mission.
Okay, so the mission today is Duality of Death. Now, this is a bit of a weird one because you kind of have to split your army up into almost 2 contingents. Out on the flanks, you don't really have anything in the centre. But it's fought over 2 objectives, here and here. And how you control it is only heroes or battle line can control it. So they take control of it when they're within 3 inches, and they remain in control of it until they're destroyed or move off it.
Yeah.
So there's nothing about models outnumbering or anything like that. It's just that battle line or hero controls it until they move off it or are destroyed. And you gain points, so more points the longer you've held it. So on the first turn you hold it, it's 1 point. The second turn, 2 points, so on and so on. So holding it for longer gets you more points. It should also be mentioned, if a hero or battle line destroys a unit that's holding the objective, they immediately gain control of it as well. So there's no looking at the end of the turn, they just immediately get it. And I will mention that this Penumbral Engine and the Obsidian Archway, we are actually playing the rules for this today. So that engine will be giving out command points and reroll ones to hit, which will be quite cool.
Yeah, and we just wanted to do something a bit thematic with the board.
Yeah.
You know, we don't need to randomly roll off. It's nice to see this penumbral engine actually used as a penumbral engine.
Yeah.
It rarely gets used because it's 100 points and nobody adds it to their army. And again, these two places are meant to kind of represent these significant buildings in the ruined town. There's some relevance left to them. Just to say, I've placed my woods here. So the rule we've played is outside of 6 inch of the objective and more than an inch away from the rest of the terrain. So we've chosen that for this terrain. There's some debate over what does or doesn't
that's usually what they do at tournaments as well, you know, because there was the whole thing about Norhol. So the tournaments that we've been to, that's what they suggested you used. So
yeah, we have, you know, at Friend of Schools, we've had them apply just the basic General's Handbook rule to everybody. Yeah. And then that stopped the Norhols being deployed at one point. Yeah. So... You know, and then they changed it. So we've decided on this, and also in recognition that this is a very tight table. It's an urban one, and I know that's going to limit the amount of trees I can bring up. But that's okay because we're fighting in a city, and I like the idea of it being restricted of how many trees I can bring up. Yeah. Okay. For my 2,000 point Sylvaneth allegiance, I have a Tree Lord Ancient as a leader. He has the Deepwood spell Regrowth. We also have battle line of 20 Dryads here. There are 3 Kurnoth Hunters with swords, and we have a standard Tree Lord from the Behemoth slot. And just over on the flank there, trying to shut down as much teleporting as possible, we have 5 Tree Revenants. On my right flank, we have the Dirthu, Spirit of Dirthu, who's my general. He's got the command trait, My Heart is Ice, as well as the artifact Frozen Kernel. That all comes from Winterleaf, of course. Over here we have 3 Kurnoth Hunters with bows and 3 Kurnoth Hunters with scythes. And believe it or not, hidden just inside of there is actually a Branch Wraith. Whose Deepwood spell is Virtuous Harmony. Another Tree Lord over here, and then skulking away again, trying to shut down as much teleport as possible. 5 Tree Revenant. Last but by no means least, I have the Vengeful Skullroot Endless spell. I'm going to eat you.
Okay, for my Seraphon Fangs of Sotek army today, I have a Engine of the Gods and a Skink Oracle on Troglodon. He has the Serpent's God Dagger and the Hand of Glory spell. I have 3 Croxigals with their Moon Hammer and 20 Skink Skirmishers with the Bolt Spitters and Moonstone Clubs. I have my Slan General, who has the Great Rememberer command trait because I don't have a Saurus General, so it doesn't matter. And he also has the Stellar Tempest spell. I have a Skink Chief on Stegodon, another unit of 20 Skinks, 10 Saurus Guard, a Bastillodon with a Solar Engine, and 3 Ripperdactyl Hunters. I also have the Gemma Squigs. Now, this should be mentioned, it was converted for a Troggoth army, but hey, you know, Slans like Squigs as well. They kind of look similar, so we'll be using them today.
One last thing, actually, before we get into deployment. I'm putting up on the screen now a list of the factions we've got available at 2,000 point. What we'd really like from you guys is, besides all the fantastic comments you've been giving us, is suggestions for mashups. So what do you want to see against whatever army? Yeah. Now, I'm going to kind of list them in 2 lists because you've got the majority of armies, so yeah, you know that affects some. But we're saying I can pick up Seraphon if necessary. You know, Seraphon's new to you; it might as well be new to me, so we can add Seraphon to the list. So you might see it listed. An army listed on both sides of the screen, which is cool, but please make suggestions. We'd like to see what you want to see on the table. We know that Seraphon have proved popular, we know that Sylvaneth have proved popular, so there they are on the table together. But there is a bunch of other stuff, so if you want to see it, make a comment and we'll see what we can do while we're all in this lockdown.
I won the roll-off, and I had 1 less drop than you, so I let you deploy first.
Yeah.
So what did you do?
Yeah, well, it's a tricky one because you have to split your army into 2. I mean, I guess that's where duality of death comes from. So I've almost tried to think it as 2 separate armies to a degree, which what you see over here is the Branch Witch near the forest, the Branch Wraith, sorry, near the forest. Yep. I keep getting those 2 mixed up. We've got the whole Kurnoth Hunters here, the Archers on top. I mean, they're mainly blocked by the the trees,
got line of
but
sight
I kind of
over
think
here.
they've got line of sight of the objective more than anything. So let's just see where it goes with that. Dirthu's back here, along with his accompanying tree lord. There are 3 Kurnoth hunters with size, which I've actually managed to get within 6 inches of the base. And there's a dryad, the branch wraith, poking away in there. So yeah, that was it. I mean, over here, I just occupied this building with the 20 dryads. And again, you'll just see a mirror set up. The Tree Lord Ancient on this side, hopefully, you know, be able to summon another set of trees. I think I'll struggle in this game, but we'll see where we can go. Tree Lord there, along with Kurnoth hunters, and again on the flank, a set of revenants.
Yeah, it was one of those. It was weird for me as well. I had to kind of like try and split my army down the middle in like their power. And there's kind of one way you can do this, where you can just go in one side, or you can try and split up. So I got 2 units of 20 skinks, like on each of my flanks. I've got my skink chief and my engine. I've got a Bastillodon and a Troglodon over here. I have my 3 rippers. And then I kind of thought, you know, I need, like, you know, a bit of smash on each side. So I've got the 3 Croxigors there and the 10 Saurus Guard, of course, protecting the Slan, because that's what they do. Yep. So I kind of tried to mirror it, you know, a Stegodon on either side, some Skinks on either side, another monster on either side.
But the idea of this developing into 2 battles, when one army is highly capable of teleporting and the other army as a mechanic for moving around the table... you know, I think you've got more mobility than I have.
I mean, I can just teleport.
Urban landscape, you know, so you can just teleport, whereas the woods can be switched down. I think the good news is when you place the woods, does it have to be? It has to be between 3 and 6, doesn't it? Actually,
yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know. I think I'll struggle. One thing that's never really been covered, and it'd be interesting to find out, is whether you can do 3 trees on the smaller base, for instance, because all it says is 3 trees.
3 Sylvaneth bases, isn't it?
So do you get the small ones, or do you get the big ones? You
know,
do you have to use them in sets? You know, I mean, it's never really been covered, and I haven't seen anything in the FAQ.
Because that's the thing, you can do 4 trees, can't you? Because it says it's 3 to 6, isn't it?
If you string them together, and in many respects, stringing 4 trees together enables you to make an oblong forest, and it can actually be less width to it. But
it's interesting,
Well, we'll see. I strongly suspect we'll find out who's going first, and then we'll see how much that impacts me.
Yeah, there's been much thinking here. You know, I can kind of try and move up and grab all the objectives and survive. Or I can let you go first, hope for the double to try and knock you off the objectives. But what I'm scared about is your tree lord summoning, you know, like you said, an oblong of trees here, and then the dryads going and just surviving forever. So
I think we've seen they don't just survive forever.
Yeah, well, I don't have a Maw-Crusher this time.
Yeah.
So I am thinking of taking it, because it's that risk of, if I have a bad turn and I don't get you off the objective, you then start steamrolling the points in, because I just can't get you off. So I am going to take the first turn.
Okay.
Against my better judgment. I never normally do this. I never like having the first turn, because I prefer the double, but we'll give it a go.
Well, let's go into Seraphon turn 1.
Yep. Seraphon turn 1 hero phase. I'm going to try and remember some things with my Slan. Now, I am a great rememberer, so I get to roll 1 more dice than usual. So I'm 3 dice now. I'm like Croak at this point. So I get 1 more command point. That brings me up to 2 command points now.
Then?
Picking my constellation, I'll go with the staff. So I get +2 to cast on my Slan.
Whatevs. What, do you just pick a thing?
I just pick a thing. And then I pick a wizard, and they get +1 to cast, and deny and dispel.
Pick a thing, yeah.
Just pick a thing. It's pretty good like that. My Slan is going to go with a Comet's Call, and I get +2 to this. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can try and stop that if you want.
How many more casts have you got?
He's got 2 more casts, and then the Troglodon can do a cast.
Comet's Call's the one that bombs me from aerial. Is that right?
Comets get
called
down.
What did you get it on?
A 9. So D3 units take D3 mortal wounds.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, you can give it a go.
It's quite a high roll. And a 6 isn't going to stop
Nope,
it.
so
6 wouldn't stop anything, to be honest. I don't feel
D3,
too bad about it. 3?
2.
Oh, 2.
I'm going to choose the Branch Wraith.
Yeah.
And
honestly, how does a comet get through to her? She's like hidden
it's a
away
magical
under
comet.
the floor.
The Branch Wraith and the Tree Lord Ancient. So the
Really?
Branch Wraith takes 3, and the Tree Lord Ancient takes 3.
Oh man, playing with Jack.
Go on. I'm going to try and throw out my Bound Geminids as well.
Yeah.
From the Slan.
Why not?
He gets it on a 9,
9.
10, 11.
Oh, +2 is it?
Yeah, +2.
Sorry.
+1 for being a Slan, +2 for my constellation.
Right,
so 11.
well, I've got no denies left within
Okay,
range.
I will set up my Geminids then.
Yep.
So the Geminids have been... so I placed them earlier with an 18 and they moved up 8.
Yep.
I know I'm not going to get you, but I might be able to get you next turn. And it
Well,
kind of blocks your movement. as
And
well.
I have to think about what I do with them. Do I dispel
Yeah,
them?
exactly. The Slan isn't going to cast his next spell, and the Troglodon isn't going to cast his spell. So I'm going to get 2d3 conjuration points from that, and then I get d3 conjuration points because my general's a Slan. So
Yeah.
3d3.
Shenanigans, basically. Here we go.
Okay, that's
Oh,
only
okay.
5.
I can
So
live with
5
that,
conjuration. On to my movement phase now. I am Fangs of Sotek, so in the first battle round, my entire army gets +3 movement. I'm going to start off with my Saurus Guard. They're going to run. 4, that's plenty. Because they're a 5-inch move, they go up to 8 because of Fans of Sotek, so that gives me... Oh, I can't do maths. That's a 12-inch move on them, so we'll move them up.
Okay, that's those guys in
There
place.
they are. So they've grabbed the objective. The Slan's going to run up behind them. 4, so 12
Done well.
again. So
Just
wow,
pop
wow,
straight
wow,
through,
wow.
yeah.
Yeah, he just plops there because he likes to be protected.
Wah, wah, wah.
Whoa,
Hey.
whoa, whoa, whoa. These Croxigors are going to run. 3, so that gives them an 11-inch move now.
Yeah, okay.
Up they go.
Good to go. If anybody's wondering what these Croxigors are, they are actually from Mias Miniatures,
Yes.
and we were lucky enough to be sent some for review a long time ago, basically.
Yeah.
And obviously, with Games Workshop being shut down, what we decided to do was paint these guys up, and they're pretty good looking.
Yeah,
models,
they're
to be
really
honest.
nice. They're really nice. Look like proper crocodiles. Yeah, big crocodile faces. The Skinks are running 5, so that gives them a 8 plus 3 is 11, so a 16-inch move on those guys.
I'm loving your mental arithmetic today. Strong.
Yeah, it's so they're just gonna. They don't need to get
okay.
up
Don't go too far like that. I like your
Just
style.
up. You know what?
Yeah.
Just,
Just
like that.
outside of
Just
holding
like
the
that.
objective. I like
No,
that.
they've got lots of movement.
Yeah.
16-inch.
No, I mean if you just come over here.
Oh, you know what? We need to roll for the penumbral engine actually.
Oh,
Now that I
yes,
think
that's the
about
point.
it.
Shall I do that while you do this? We have
Yeah,
to roll a
can do.
d6. So let's just talk about the penumbral engine. You roll a d6 at the start of every turn.
Yep.
And it's either illuminating...
Or obstification.
Yeah, whatever.
Something like that.
So are we going to go 1, 2, 3, illuminate?
Yep.
So it is indeed illuminating.
So your characters, if they're within 12 inches of it,
Mhm.
you gain an extra command point.
Okay.
But that won't affect any of us this turn.
What's the alternative rule?
Reroll ones to hit for your units wholly within 12.
Wow. Wow.
Okay. They're those Skinks. So I decided to actually move them up a bit further.
Push forward.
Yeah, so they're now grabbing that objective.
Okay.
I've got the Troglodon. He's just going to move up to here. And the Stegodon with the Chief. 2 inches, so he's got a decent move of 15. He can get up to there.
Sure.
Like that. Oh, I've left 1 Skink as well.
Yeah, split unit. You're going to have to kill him at the end of your turn.
Kill him. Can't choose a half to kill.
Keeping the 1, yeah?
Yeah, of course. Oh, right, sorry, that was the engine. Now the Skink Chief is going to run. 5. Oh, he's just going to move over to here, I guess.
Through the woods and round, basically.
Yeah. The Bastillodon has got a 8-inch move.
This is the interesting thing about this urban landscape. It's actually affecting how much we can manoeuvre. As much as it's going to shut my trees down, It's also shutting down some of the maneuverability.
Yeah, I'm gonna move my Ripidactyls over
Woo!
to here.
Come on.
They can go in the middle just to kind of like see where they're needed next turn.
Yeah.
So up they go. And then at the end of my movement phase, Lords of Space and Time, I'm going to teleport my unit of 20 skinks.
Sure.
Okay, so I've teleported my skinks forward just to kind of make a screen for the Saurus Guard. Because it is the Saurus Guard who's holding the objective.
Sure.
And I think that's everything. Now onto my shooting.
Okay.
Here we go. I've got the skinks that just teleported, shooting into the Colonels with both. 4 of them can't see because the tree's in the way. So they're 2 shots each because they're 20 or more models, which means 32 shots, 5s and 5s.
Okay.
So 5s. Oh, that was a pretty solid hit for my skinks. And wounding on 5s. 2 from that volley.
Okay.
Here we go again. Second volley, 5s to hit. And 5s to wound. Oh, 3 from that volley, so 5 in total.
So 5 wounds in total.
3 up saves because
3
they're
up
in cover.
because I'm in cover. So 5 3 ups. There we go. Okay, so 3 wounds go
Wow,
through.
okay.
Not good.
Here we go. The Bastillodon now shooting into the same Colonel Hunters. 9 shots on 4s. Not great, only 3 hits there, and then 3s to wound. Haha, 1 save, -1 rend, so 1 4 up.
1 4 up.
Ah.
Take it.
Ah.
Cool.
Rolling for my engine. Now, I've kind of done a bit of a whoopsie. I put my Stegodons on the wrong side now I think about it, but it's fine. Next turn, it's just going to teleport over to be close to the slat.
Because it gets a benefit, does it?
Yeah, I get to roll 3d6 instead of 2d6.
Ah,
so the
okay.
2d6, that's 8. That's not going to do anything. It's the heal.
Okay,
so
fair enough.
we're all good there.
Woo! Okay, so you're not doing anything in your charge phase, but you have foolishly moved within an inch of the woods, not concentrating, looking for that 6.
No. Lovely. Okay, that's the end of my turn. I get both points, holding it over here with the skinks and over here with the Saurus Guard.
Okay, because you can only have one unit holding them.
Yeah, and you have to choose which
good
unit.
point,
So
good point.
I kind of thought the Saurus Guard are a bit more survivable, but over there I had to make.
And of course, it has to be battle line or hero, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
So with that, I'll just get my 2 points and then into your
Turn 1.
turn 1.
Okay, so going into Sylvaneth turn 1, not without its challenges. I mean, I knew I was up against Seraphon, so I knew that magic was more or less a null and void. You know, you just got that +2 to cast and deny. Across the entire table, it shuts everything down.
Yeah,
so I haven't got much magic anyway. I mean, I've
No.
only got 2 spells, or 2 denies, or 2 dispels, whichever way you want to have a look at it. I haven't got much, and that's partly because I'm not really expecting to get anything off.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to just be an incredibly lucky roll and followed by a pull roll on your point, and we'll just see.
Yeah.
So what I focused on really was I was accepting in this game I probably have no more than 2 woods, but we'll see. You never know if I can get rid of the slan at some point, but he just heals
he does
himself.
also have like 20 extra wounds in the form of the Saurus Guards.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And he can heal himself, can't he? As
Yes,
well,
yeah.
So, you know. It's a long way off of taking the slan off the table. So, first things first, Silent Communion. We've already pre-measured that. I can get 1 here. It's within 18 inch of the Tree Lord Ancient.
And an inch away from everything
And it's
else.
literally an inch away from the corner of that, and that base there.
Yeah.
So we'll squeeze that in and move on. So there it is, squeezed right in. There's just an inch gap off of those 2. It only fits in 1 order, which is that right angle tree punching into the corner, which brings these away enough from your guys, basically. So it's interesting that you've got different shapes. We did talk about whether you could use 2 of the small ones. I've just decided to play it as a set, and I don't think there's no rule, there's no FAQ, but I'll play it as a set because I've managed to get the set in anyway. So next up, the Branch Wraith is going to try and dispel the Geminids. I just want them out of the way. I know it means you can cast them and do what you want with them next turn, but they're going to hurt me no matter what, and she's not going to get a spell off anyway. She can't bring the Dryads up anywhere because you're too close. So I'm just going to focus on getting rid of the Geminids. I need an 8 for this. And that's an 8.
Okay.
So the Geminids are gone. That's good news. And at least you can't stop that from happening.
Yeah.
Next up is the Tree Lord Ancient.
Virtuous Harmony.
I'm going to go with a Virtuous Harmony. If I can put a third wood back here, it gives me options on summoning Dryads later. And I feel like I'm going to need reinforcements. You're going to be summoning. So here we go then. It's a 7.
Yep.
At the very least, I need a 9 or 10. Just whoa, 10. So
Slan will give it a go. He gets
need a
+2 to this.
So you need a 9 to defeat it, yeah?
I got a 4.
4.
And
Cunningly rolled off the camera.
Nope. Okay, so you get an extra set of trees.
Okay, let me have a quick think about where we'll put these.
Yeah.
And because originally I think I was planning it to here, but there's an option over here. We'll see. Well, there you go. I'll be damned if all of this urban development is going to stop me reclaiming,
here we go.
it for Mother Nature, or for Alariel, as the case may be. I don't know how I've managed to squeeze 3 woods in here, but I've managed to squeeze 3 woods in. Yeah, into movement, really, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go, into my movement. This is going to be about as weird as it gets. So if you can stick me a 9-inch ruler down over there.
Just about here,
Yep, these guys are going to wave pipe across. It's confusing, I know, but we'll come back to it. Bring them over towards this building as much as you can you?
What, over?
Yeah, basically like that. That's it. Perfect.
Like that.
But not having to go round the building. That'd
be
cool. That's great, thank you.
Like that.
Need some terrific charges today. Okay, the Dryads are just going to move forward within 3 inch.
They've got 7-inch moves, so
yeah,
so definitely.
Yeah, I mean it's 7 inch to the unit, so 3 inch back. Yeah, we're all good. Okay, so those have marched forward. The Tree Lord has come forward 5 inches, and followed by the Kernoff Hunters as well. Basically, I'm just trying to advance up on that objective. I'm aware your Skinkston leg it away, so hopefully I can perform some magical charges to get something better off. I think the Tree Lord Ancient is just going to come over this way a bit. Right, next up then, the Kernoff Hunters are going to advance through the doorway 5 inches. I'll position those in a second, because I also want the Tree Lord to march forward 5 inches.
Nice.
It's not great, but he's within shooting range.
Yeah.
So, you know, we'll see where that goes from there. Let's try and get those guys out. So he's there. Just gets me to shy of that mark there. So, Dirthu, I think, is going to walk the realm routes, or I think it's Spirit Path for him, isn't it? Because it's a separate rule. So he's basically going to pop from here. He's within 6 inches of this one. He's going to land here more than 9 inch away from those guys. I'll place him for now, and then we'll work out the position in a second. Because the other thing I want to do is to move my Dryad.
Yep.
She's within 6 inch of this wood.
Yep.
And she's going to pop out. And she's going to come over here.
Wholly within 6 of that wood.
Wholly within 6 inch of that
and then
wood.
That's using the actual allegiance ability.
Yes.
Because one unit from your army can use the allegiance ability, but then every Tree Lord has it built into the War Scroll.
Yeah.
So it's every Tree Lord plus a unit can do it.
Okay. I think I'm there at that. We just need to measure that 9 inch, which we will do, and then we will go into shooting. Right, first up into my shooting, the Tree Lord is going to fire his Strangle Roots into the Skinks. So he's got 5 attacks. At the moment, he's only 2s to hit, 3s to wound. So 2s to hit. All hit.
Okay.
And then 3s to wound.
Yep.
Wow, all wound.
Okay, that's a 5.
-1 rend.
That's 5 Skinks dead.
Okay. Next up, the Tree Lord Ancient is going to pop his Doom Tendril Staff again into Skinks. So this is 1 attack, 2s to hit.
Hits.
3s to wound. Wounds.
D6 dead.
D6.
Oh.
5.
Okay.
And while I'm here, the Tree Lord is just going to go straight into them again. Right. After much debate, I've decided the Tree Lord is going to put his shots into the Skink unit as well. Okay. So again, 5 attacks again. Hitting on 2s.
Ooh.
Okay.
2 misses.
2 misses. Wounding on 3s. All wound though at -1 rend, 1 damage.
3 more dead.
Okay. Ooh. Next up, Spirited Earthu. You can't see anything other than those flyers. So within range. So he's just going to pump his shots into those. So this is Verdant Blast, 6 attacks, hitting on 4s. Okay. So 4 going through. Wounding on 3s. Oh, just 2 wounds on there. So -1 rend.
6 up save. I made 1, so D3.
D3 damage. Oh, 3 damage.
Kills one of them.
Okay.
Whoa.
Ruins my charge, but you know, that's going to happen at some point. Next up, the Kernoff Hunters. Right, finally the Kernoff Hunters. I've just decided, as soon as I've managed to remove one of them with Kernoff, with Dirty rather, let's just see if I can get rid of them.
Yeah.
They're behind the trees, by the way, if you're wondering. You can just see the wings poking out. But because they're flyers, my Kernoff Hunters can see them. So 2 attacks coming from the Huntsmaster, hitting on 3s. None. Hitting on 4s from the rest of the unit. 3 go through.
Okay. 3 to wound.
3 to wound. 2 wounds at -1 rend.
So this is a 6 up save. 2 go through. 2d3.
2d3. Need a good roll, and I don't get one, so 3. So that's 1 more gone.
Kills this one.
Okay. Okay, we are into charge phase, which is pretty exciting all over, if you ask me. First up, Tree Lord.
Yep.
Looking for a decent roll. Gets a 4. I don't think it's enough. Nope, you needed a 5.
You do have a... Oh, you don't have a command point.
Don't have a command point, so we're just going to have to move on. The Dryads,
Yep.
if they get a tremendous roll, 8. I think that's enough to wrap round that unit and make it painful for them to run away. So let's position those and get on with the rest. In fact, actually, let's roll some of the others before we go. Because I'm over here now.
Yeah.
So next up, this Tree Lord.
It's going to be like a 10.
Yeah, I've not measured it, but I'll just roll and see what I get if I got a decent roll. Then the Kernoff Hunters with scythes. They get a 6, so they're good. I know there's a chance you're going to run away, but, you know. Yeah, that's more than enough, actually. I can get 2.
Yeah.
1 over there. To see where that 6 gets me.
That's the thing. They've got a 2-inch range.
They've got a 2-inch range, but you're going to run away.
Well, only on a 4 up.
And then that 6 gets me to just there.
Yep.
Okay.
And then Dirthu has a 9-inch charge.
And then Dirthu, well, I'll tell you what, let's wrap the Dryads around with their charge first before I roll for that. Okay, so that's my Dryads piled in. I've got to try and stop the skinks running away, because I want to destroy them, because otherwise they can just retreat out through that door and still hold the objective, probably, numerically, because I can't.
Well, it's not about numbers. It's like, as long as I have 1 model holding that objective.
Oh, of course, yeah. So I've got to remove it. So I've just had to do it, which means I've had to drag the Croxigors in. Yeah. It was the only way I could do it.
Yeah.
At least this you can't run away, because 8 inches doesn't carry you enough. We've measured that one to come all the way over there. It doesn't carry you far enough away from that model. And if you run that way because of this little Dryad at the back here, again, there's not enough movement to get more than 3 inches away.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is I want to see if these Kernoff Hunters can pull off a miracle.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope. Not with that.
Okay, and next up then is to charge Dirthu. Okay, so Dirthu gets an Air 7, which is just not good enough, basically. So, nice one, Dirthu. Well, that's the end of charges.
Okay, I need to start.
Oh, we've not finished yet. D6, come on.
Yeah. Did you get it?
No. And actually, even though I've rolled my D6, I forgot to move charge for the Revenants. Just want to see what they get, basically. They get a 9.
That's too far away, though.
Probably because we removed a model, but can I get into the back of your thing there? Yeah, definitely too far away. I needed like a 10 basically to make it into that one. And I also needed a 10 to make it over to the beastie with a big shooty, whatever, the Bastillodon. But that would have been a suicide mission anyway. I don't mind them being there as an inconvenience for you right now. And you never know, if I get the double turn, they can move out of there and be safe, but we'll see.
So I'm going to spend both my command points on both units of skinks so they can shoot. So this yellow squad, there's 12 of them left. So on 5s, not great. 5s, 1 save, so 1 4 up.
Which I save.
Yep.
Over here?
You know what? I don't think I'm going to spend it. Because I don't want them to run away.
No, and yeah, I get you. It's burning a command point, and chances are
they're just skinks. They're probably not going to do any damage. So
okie dokie. Well, in which case then we're into combat. Okay, so I'm activating this group of Dryads first because I want to get them out of the way. I've tried to use my pile in to minimise the amount of Croxigals that I'll get in. I think you'll get 2 of the Croxigals in comfortably, but I don't think you can get the 3rd one in because of how I've done the pile in. It's not ideal. I didn't get the charges off with the Tree Lord. The Tree Lord was meant to be there. He was going to, you would have target prioritised the Tree Lord.
Yeah.
Probably, because you know he'd do a mess back at you, but you know, that's life. So here we go. 41 attacks coming out of the Dryads.
Yeah.
Hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s.
Yep.
The reason hitting on 3s is I'm activating the Enrapture.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we go. I'm rolling 21 dice first. So hitting on 3s.
6s get an additional hit because you are winter leaf.
Well, I rolled quite a few of those. So hitting on
Nice.
3s though, but there is 1, 2, 3, 4 6s.
So 4
So
extra
4
hits.
dice go back in. And I'm wounding on 4s. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there's a cock dice in the back corner there. 10 wounds so far.
10 6-up saves. Oh wow, I've lost 6 so far.
So I'm going again with the last 20 attacks.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s. 6s. There is 3 6s in there, so 3 attacks back on. Wounding on 4s.
10 6-up again. No, they all go.
Okay. Your activation.
I'll go with my skinks. Okay, all the skinks powered in, and I should note that, the Saurus Guard are the ones holding the objective, not the skink. So that's why I didn't run them away.
No, they're doing the job, which is
Yeah,
to stop
to
my
stop
Kernoffs
them,
getting
yeah.
to your Saurus Guard, yeah.
Yeah.
Because even if they had run away, we worked out I'd have definitely got two of the Kernoffs attacking onto the guard. And then if you'd have subsequently piled in again, who knows?
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. So I have 15 skinks left. They've all got their clubs, so 4s and 4s. Not bad. And 4s to wound. Oh, 1 dropped on the floor. Okay, that's 5 saves in total. So 5 4-up saves.
5 4-ups. Oh, right, okay.
Wow.
So you've killed one.
How? Oh, wow. What, 5 wounds?
Oh, no, 4 wounds.
So 1's down to a wound.
Sorry.
Way to go, little skinks.
Way to go, little skinks. Just nailed the guy. 9 attacks coming back at you. Huntsmaster hitting on 2s. So all hit so far, and then the rest of them.
No.
1 hit.
Oh dear.
And then 3s to wound.
So 2d3 dead.
Yeah, that's 2d3 dead.
So 2d3.
2.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Kurnoff.
Crocodiles have piled in. The Moonstone Hammer, which is the round one, has 3 guys in range, so 3 attacks. And the rest has 4 attacks. And this is 3s to hit because they're wholly within 6 of a skink. Wow, 5 hits. And
better than my Kurnoff.
3s to wounds. Oh no.
Oh, okay.
2 saves at -1, so 2 5-ups.
2 5-up saves. Well, we've lost 1, but 1's gone through so far, so 1 through.
2 damage from that.
Okay.
And then they're vice-like jaws on 3s. No, nothing.
Okay, so 2 dead from that unit, yeah?
Yep.
End of combat, but trample underfoot.
Yep.
So looking for 4s.
1 more.
One more
so
wound
1
against the
dies.
units. Okay. Pretty weak round on both sides. We were just
Yeah.
discussing, weren't we? Okay, end of combat. The only battle shot to take is over on these Dryads. They're bravery 6 +1 because they're above 10.
Yep.
So bravery 7. So I'm just losing a model on a 6 and I roll a 5.
Well, I did lose some skinks. They're bravery 11 right now because 10 because I'm starborn, and +1 because they have 10 or more models.
You lost 7, didn't you?
Yeah, I lost 7, so 6.
So that's let's do the math on that. That's 13 in total.
13, so 2 more run.
2 more run. Wow. Okay. Okay. So that leaves me gaining that objective because I'm battle line. The Croxigals aren't.
Yeah.
So that gives me 1 point to your 2 points at the end of turn 1, and we go into a rather terrifying roll off.
Yeah.
On both sides, probably.
Yeah.
Both of us need this. Otherwise, there's a bunch of tree lords going mental, or you've got a bunch of big monsters going mental.
Yeah.
Not looking forward to either. Okay, let's get into the roll off. Here we go for roll off for turn 2.
Yep.
Oh, what you
I got a 2.
I got a 4. I got a pick.
No.
Okay, let me have it. Just before we get into hero phase, I realised I did, of course, have reroll saves of 1.
Yep.
There was 1-1 on the Kurnoth Hunter. I've just rolled a dice off camera, but we got a 4. So he's actually 1 wound back. So he's taken 3 wounds out of 5. And I really need to remember that Kurnoth Hunters are actually 5 wounds and not 4. Don't know why I got it into my head they were 4, but there you go.
Trolls.
It's trolls, isn't
yeah,
it? I have been planning a Gloomspite army. Let's get back into the game. Right, going into my hero phase. First up, does the Penumbral Engine change?
5 or 6 it does.
And it's a 2, so it
So
doesn't.
it still stays on Illumination, which means you're going to get another command point because Dura 2's near there.
So 2 command points this turn. One of them gets burned straight away onto
Heed the Spirit Song.
Heed the Spirit Song.
Yep.
Give him reroll saves of 1 across the army.
Yep.
Leaves me a command point spare, which is cool. I've been pronouncing the name of this terrain wrong throughout the whole thing.
Ophidian.
Yeah.
Ophidian Archway.
What did I say? Obsidian. Ophidian Archway.
Ophidian. Obsidian.
I think we're okay with that. I don't... Do you mind? Comments below if you mind what I call
really
that archway. Because we found out, even though we said we'd play the rules, it pretty much does nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Next up then, spells. The Branch Wraith. And by the way, apologies because I keep calling her a Branch Witch. As far as I'm concerned, they're interchangeable. But Branch Wraith, I'm going to go for summoning the Vengeful Skull Root. So this is a 7. And I fail on a 6.
Oh, okay.
Tree Lord Ancient
Yep.
is going to go for Regrowth.
Yep.
I've got a 4 so far, but I've also thrown a dice off the top of the tray, so apologies. Man, that's great. So 5. That doesn't happen.
Okay.
Okay, I take that back, but let's just see. Switch it off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What'd you get? What'd you roll? A 12?
I rolled a
yeah?
10, so 12, yeah.
Yeah, well, like I said, I didn't really expect magic to be part of this game. It's a pain, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
It's why I'm not summoning dryads and stuff like that. It's like, I tried to just, because if the comet hits her, then she's in trouble. Well, she's pretty much gone, probably, isn't she? Okay, into my movement then.
Cool.
Okay, so into my movement, at the start of movement, then the Tree Lord Ancient is going to walk the realm route.
Yep.
Coming from this forest to this forest.
Okay.
Dirthu is going to march forward 5 inches.
Yep.
Oh wait, do I have any more teleports? No, I don't. So Dirthu is going to march forward 5 inches.
Okay. Do I want to march these Tree Revenants up 5?
Yeah, I'm having problems getting them into the woods. Yeah, move those up 5. You really only move 5?
Yeah.
Shocking, isn't it? The lack of mobility.
Well, they are made of wood.
I suppose they're made of wood.
It's quite hard for them to move.
Right, okay then. This Tree Lord is going to move forward 5 inches, taking the woods with him. What good Tree Lords do. The only thing to decide to do is over here. Do I or don't I retreat the Dryads so I can get my Tree Lord in? I'm sacrificing points, but it's only turn 2.
True.
Okay, I tell you what then. The Kurnoth Hunters going to march
5
inches to there. It's not a huge charge to get through there. I mean 5 inches, but ideally if they get a decent charge, I can get kind of 1 and 2 maybe.
Yeah.
As they step through the door. I think we're just going to have to face facts that the Tree Lord isn't going to do anything.
It's got to shoot him.
So slight amend to the Tree Lord movement. What I've done is just bring him within 6 inches of the woods because it gives me options later on, basically. Yep. That's the thing I'm frustrated that I can't get into those dudes. So I'm just going to have to remove the Crocscores and see what happens. Let's get into shooting and see how much damage we can do. Okay, here we go then. The Tree Lord is going to put everything into these. How many's left? Let's just do the math on
10.
this. 10, here we go. Hitting on 2s. Okay, so 1, 2 so far.
Oh.
Wounding on 3s, come on. Okay, so 2 hits.
2 wounds.
Sorry, 2 wounds, yeah. -1 rend doing 1 damage. Then I think I'm going to have to pump the Kurnoth Hunters into them.
Yep.
So these guys just off camera here. So the boss hitting on 2s.
3s.
Sorry, hitting on 3s.
Yep.
And the rest of the unit hitting on 4s.
2 hits.
2 hits. Winning on...
not
nothing. Not enough. not enough at all. The Tree Lord Ancient is actually going to put his shots into the Croxigores. You can just see line of sight past there.
Yeah.
In fact, actually, is that right?
Yeah, you can make
closest part to closest part, isn't it? Which is about there. So yeah. Okay then. The Tree Lord Ancient has just got 1 attack with the Doom Tendril Staff and misses.
Nice.
Oh my goodness me! This is a failed turn. Next up, the Tree Lord into the Croxigores, 2s to hit. Okay, I managed to roll 2s.
Nice.
3s to wound. All wound. 4 wounds. Sorry, -1 rend.
5 up. Oh, failed all of them, so one of my Croxigores died.
Okay. Right, well, I might as well just get straight into my charges, really. Let's do the Kernoff Hunters over here. And they get a 6. It's not enough. Do have a command point.
You don't have a hero over there, though.
Oh, I don't have it. Oh, good God, Tree Lords aren't heroes.
No.
Okay, so let's ignore that.
Dirthu?
Yeah, come on, Dirthu. Gets a 6. Don't think it's enough. Help me out here, Jack. Can you see that?
Yeah, 6.5 gets you there.
It's not exactly the massive roll I needed for piling.
It's one of those, though.
I'm half tempted to re-roll it.
He's got a 2-inch range. You can pile around here and still get your attacks onto the Saurus Warriors.
True.
And remember, you can pop your Colonel once per game to pile in and fight twice.
Oh, that's true. Good point.
So he's got quite a few attacks.
The Tree Revenant's over there.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, 10, does that get them into this?
Oh.
You know what? Put them into that.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Next up then, this Tree Lord.
It's going to need something mammoth.
Is going to need 12.
Oh,
11. Should we do some close measuring?
11 does it. Are you going to do it? Oh.
Ground shaking stomp might be useful at that point, so why not? Okay.
Lovely.
I think that's it, isn't it?
Okay.
We just need to do some ground shaking stomps.
You got Dirthu's. Dirthu's only really in range of the skinks.
So let's go for the 4 up on the skinks.
Yeah.
Yes.
The 4 up. You can choose the Stegodon or the Saurus Warriors.
Well, if he's piling in and attacking twice, I think I'm going to go for the Stegodon.
Okay.
Because it enables me to then hopscotch over there. And no, not on the Stegodon.
Okay.
So, okay. Here we go then. Activated and piled in with the Spirit of Durfu.
Yep.
I am going to spend a command point to re-roll hits of 1.
Yeah.
So this is basically got, at this stage, 6 attacks with the Guardian Sword.
5.
5 attacks with the Guardian Sword. Because he's within the range of the woods.
Yep.
I'm hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s, wounding on 3s.
Yep.
Hits of 6 also explode.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Here we go.
Can we do this? I'm going to move that up. Sorry, folks. There we go.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
so
that's,
3 more hits.
Yep.
As they explode.
There we go.
There we go. Wounding on 3s.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so that's pretty ugly.
How many is that? 7?
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at -2
6
rend.
ups. I made 1, so that's
That's 6 times 5.
6 times 6.
6 times 6.
It's 36.
It's 36
Yeah, which is
wounds.
awesome. Yeah.
Okay then, because I've tagged onto the skinks, because I got such a dreadful charge roll, I can't really go on to the slan, which would have been incredible if I could have done.
Yeah.
But it's not going to happen. But I activated it at the start anyway, so I've got to do it. So 5 attacks again, hitting.
So
okay.
that's an extra hit.
Extra hit, so that's 4 hits.
Yeah.
Winning on 3s.
Yeah, they're
all gone.
nice.
Okay.
Spending my last command point on the Croxigores, I really need to get rid of some Dryads. I've got 9 attacks on my Moonstone Hammer, and 4 attacks with
because that works. The Moonstone Hammer, which is this chap here.
Number of models within 2 inches.
Right. Okay. So 9 models within 2, plus the 4 from the other guy.
Plus the 4 from the
so
other guy.
13 attacks.
Yep.
Have they got the same profile then? It's just how the attacks work.
4s and 3s minus
okay,
1, 2
makes
damage.
sense. Makes sense.
I'm not wholly within 6 inches of a skink because the pile-in took me out, but I needed to get in.
Yeah.
So 4s to hit, re-rolling 1s.
Okay.
That's pretty good hit roll right there.
Yeah.
And then re-rolling ones. An extra hit from that. And 3s to wounds. Wow. That's 3, 6, 7, 8 saves at -1, so 8 5-ups.
So 8 5-ups. What's the damage on this?
2.
Worrying is what the damage is. So this is 8 5-ups, re-rolling ones.
Yep. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, right. I know I saw a lot of 4s. Oh, okay.
Okay,
so 8
4
deads.
gone through. That's 8 dead so far.
Then my Vice-like Jaws on 3s. 1 hit and a 3. 1 wound, so another save at -1.
So 5 up,
Yeah,
made it.
So
So 8 dead.
to go.
Okay, I'm going to activate the Tree Lord.
Yeah.
Just going to pump his attacks into them then. Phew, you know, his sweeping blues, he's got 4.
Yep.
He's hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, -1, doing D6 damage though.
Yeah.
So let's go for that then. 3s.
So
Okay.
6s are extra hits.
6s are extra hits.
You're doing
That's
good on the
exploding
6s.
hits are doing well now. 3s again. Okay, so that's 3 going through at -1 rend.
I can flare my shield at you, so I go up to a 3-up save because you're
Uh,
less than 5 models,
Less
not
than
more than
5
5
models.
models.
Yeah, thank you very much for your comments.
4-up save. 1 goes through, so D6.
Oh, D6.
Oh.
Oh, D6. 2.
Hey!
Every other dice that went off the tray rolled higher. And then 1 attack with the Impaling Talon.
Yep.
Hitting on 3.
Ah,
Oh.
My Ripidactyl is going to pop its Toad Rage. It's going to get really angry.
Yeah.
2 attacks with the Moonstone Spear. This is 4s and 4s. 1 hit. 1 wound, 1 save, so 1 5-up save.
1 5-up save, which
Oh.
I make.
And my 3 bite attacks, 4s to hit, re-rolling. Oh, that 6 is an extra hit, so 4 hits. And 3s to wounds. Oh, 4 saves of 5-up.
4 5-up saves.
Now you can re-roll 1 dice a phase.
Yeah, what's
Do
the
you want
damage
to-
on these?
Just 1. Do you want to re-roll 1?
You know what? Let's try and keep 1 more model in.
Oh,
Okay, so 2
die.
goes. So there's 2 standard guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to activate them straight back. Let's just get the Protect Glaive hitting on 4s. Okay, so 1 going through from that and wounding on 3. No, doesn't wound.
Oh.
And then the other 2 guys attacking with their enchanted blades, hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s, 2 wounds.
2 6-ups. Oh, he's down to
1 damage. Not great, but not bad.
Yep. The Stegodon attacking. Now, this is a Skink Chief Stegodon. So, the Meteoric War Spear. 3 attacks on 3s. 1 hit.
Alright.
And a 3. 1 wound. 1 save at -1 rend.
So 1 -1, that takes you to a 4. So 4s, re-rolling 1s. I
Nope.
pass on a 6.
The Massive Horns on 3s. And 3s. Oh, 2 saves at -1 rend.
2 saves again, taking them to a 4 up. 1 goes through.
That's 4 damage.
Okay, taking him down to 8 wounds.
And then the Grinding Jaws and Crushing Stomps all together on 3s. And then 3s. Oh. 2 saves at, 3 saves at -1 rend.
So 3 4-up saves.
No.
Oh, 1 goes through again.
That's another 2 damage, so,
So
6
damage against him. Wow. Okay.
Nice.
Can't remember whether we remembered the +1 save on these guys.
I think
but,
we did. Because
Yeah.
I was saying 5-up save and it was -1 rend.
But I bet
so,
I
yeah.
forgot the re-roll 1s, didn't I?
Probably.
Who knows? Who
Probably.
knows? Doesn't matter. 21 attacks. We're moving on.
Yep,
21 attacks. Hitting on 3s.
because I'm enraptured.
Wounding on 4s. So
Yep.
21, come on. I want to see some 6s.
6s.
Not that many 6s out of 21 dice. In fact, a shocking amount of 6s.
How many?
2.
Oh, oh
So
no.
put those 2 back in. And then wounding on 4s.
Yep.
It's not the best roll in the world, but it's not the worst. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 wounds against them.
Oh dear. 9 4-up saves. Whoa! Oh, failed 4. So,
Croxy gone.
another crocodile dice.
Okay. Right, well, that's the end of combat. There's a couple of things to do. No, there isn't. I was going to stomp, but there's no one to
No one
stomp.
there.
That's unfortunate.
Sad times.
Okay. In which case, I'm losing D6 plus 1 dryads. Because I burned the command point.
Yeah.
And what turned out to be utterly unnecessarily on Durthu.
Yeah.
My bad.
6 gone.
6 gone.
Nice.
It's still enough to hold the objective.
Not going to complain about that.
So...
I don't need to take any. I'm bravery 10 everywhere. My Croc score's good. What's bravery on tree revs? I think they're about 6 or 7.
Oh, good point.
So
actually,
they've got to take one. They lost 2.
Let's just roll the dice and then look it up if it's massive.
No, yeah,
2,
you're
we're
good. You're good on
Okay.
that.
Alright. I think we're sorted at that. Just
Yeah.
roll off for turn 3, Jack?
Yeah. No.
Okay, let's
I've
get
got
into Seraphon turn 3. Just to cover points, I've scored both objectives, so I gain 1 over here, 2 over there for holding it for consecutive, gives me 3 points, takes me into a 1-point lead going into your turn 2.
Yep.
Seraphon?
It feels like it should be longer, but turn 2,
It feels like turn 10.
hero phase. I've not got a lot left. I've got some big angry
You've got some
dinos.
big things left on the table, and I've not got a lot left.
I'm going to try and generate command points.
Okie dokie, falls up.
Generate
1 extra command point.
That means I'm on 2 command points.
Okay.
The Slan. First of all, the Slan's going to start to channel the different power next turn. So he's going to change from Stellar Tempest to Celestial Apotheosis. So I can actually change what spell I know from my lore every turn.
Oh,
But it takes effect next turn, so...
bravo.
Yeah. I'm going to go with... I think I'm going to go with Sage's Staff again. Because he needs to do some really good spell stuff.
Yeah.
So +1 cast Dispel and Deny. I'm going
Right.
to go with a Comet's Call. That's a dice
It's
from the
looking
table.
good already, though.
That's, what's that, 8, 9, 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can try and stop that if you
I
want.
think I need to try and stop it.
Yeah, you can give it a
they're
go.
both within 30 inch anyway, so I might as well try and stop it.
Yeah.
No, for a split second it was on a 10, which wouldn't have stopped it anyway.
Okay, which means I get to pick
Yeah.
D6 because it's on a 10.
Oh, really? Splendid.
Oh, no! It's not
I
the
don't know
number
why
we
I'm
were
laughing.
looking for.
I don't know why I'm laughing so much,
It's
but
not
you
the
know.
number we were looking for.
So if you want to know, you've got wounds here, you've got wounds here, you've got a missing branch wraith back here with wounds.
It's going to have to be on that tree, Lord. I need to try and free up the skink chief.
Yeah, okay, so six
So,
is, yeah,
D3.
yeah.
1. It's not looking good.
Takes him to 7
It's not
wounds.
looking good.
As in 7 received, by the way,
Yeah.
so he's down to 5 wounds remaining.
I'm going to try and cast the Geminids from the Slan. Oh, 5, 6, 7, I get it.
Of course you do, yeah.
But
In
you
which
can
case
try and
I'll
stop
try and
that.
deny that
Yeah.
this time with the Ancient. Oh, and I do manage to stop it. That is the best news of the game for me so far.
He's not going to cast his other spell. He's going to channel.
Yeah?
My
You're going to go for the summon on something?
Troglodon's going to channel
What
as
about
well.
the teleports? Is that not a spell?
No, it's not a spell. Just
Okay,
needs to
that's
do
an
that.
ability, right? Okay.
So the Troglodon's going to channel, so 3d3. I'm
Yep.
looking for big number. Oh, 9. That takes me up to 14 conjuration points because the last turn I got 5.
Okay, well, you said 9, but I saw 2 5s. How does that work?
There's 3 5s. It's D3 each.
Oh, D3.
D3, so 3, 6.
I was thinking like a 5 and
No,
a 4, and there
no.
was definitely another 5, and I didn't see
Yeah.
the third dice at all, so there you go.
So 14 conjuration points. That's all my hero face stuff. So on to shooting. Slan sees his personal honor guard just get destroyed and just goes, nope.
Whoa, where's he gone?
He's just gone over here, far away
So,
from that angry dino.
Just because I'm a little rusty on this, the teleport rule for these guys is then no roll or anything.
No
you just
roll,
remove
no.
them and replace
I
them.
just choose a unit and,
And
then
again,
they
one
teleport
would assume
dino
more
away.
than 9 inch
Yeah.
from an enemy, yeah.
This Croxagor's gonna do nothing actually. I was gonna retreat him,
Yeah?
but no, I'm gonna stay there. The engine is moving 10
Okay.
to there.
I'm frightened now. Things are starting to look a bit serious over there.
Actually,
I
does
kind
the
of just
engine?
ignored those big guys.
No,
Well,
the
I didn't
engine's
actually.
gonna move up to be 3 inches
I was
away.
hoping I could have sent the sword hunters against whatever that thing is.
The Troglodon.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Troglodon's gonna move to be 3 inches away
I have
there.
a feeling that spint's going to be horrible at 3 inches. It's got a spitter.
Yeah, no, it doesn't get any better close to
okay,
you.
okay.
He's going to move to be 3 inches away from Dirty.
What? 3 inch or that a bit more?
3 inch.
Okay.
He's good there. Because you only have the mortal wound on the 6, and apart from that, I'm like a 2-up save. So, worst comes to worst. You never know. The Rifferdactyl's going to stay there.
I don't have much that can do mortal wounds. That is true with this army, so it's troublesome. I'll warrant.
Yeah. And then shoot it. Bastillodon everything into the Tree Lord. So 9 shots on 4s. Oh.
So your plan is to try and remove the Tree Lord to free up the Bastillodon, yeah? Did that just go horrifically wrong? Oh man, that's a dad kind of roll.
3s. 2 saves. You've got a 2-up save because you're in cover, which means it's down to a 3-up save.
Well, I double 6 there.
Javelins. No. Javelins from my Skink Chief on 5s and 4s. That's 1 save.
2, but is there any rend?
No. And then on 5-up, you take a mortal wound from my Sunfire. Oh, yeah, you take 1 mortal wound from that.
Just dishes out a mortal wound like he just doesn't care.
Engine of the God, it's Javelins on 5s.
This is the Engine of the God into the Dryads?
Yeah, the Dryads.
Yeah, okay.
And 4s, 1 save.
1 save. On a 5.
You're good.
Next up, the Troglodon.
The Noxious Spittle is D3 attacks. 2 attacks on 3s. This is into Colonel Hunters.
Oh, okay.
And 3s. Oh, 2 saves, no rend, so 4-up. 2 damage.
2 damage, okay.
And that means I can re-roll charge rolls because you're screaming. Engine of the Gods, the Cosmic Engine, I think that's what it's called. 3d6, look at, not 666, that's a 9.
9?
Means I can choose a unit, and on a 2-up they take D3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
I'm going to choose the Colonel Hunters. 2-up, D3, 1 mortal wound.
Okay.
Lovely.
Charge phase.
Charge phase.
Dum, dum, dum.
I'll go with...
You're going to chant the charge of the line, aren't you?
No.
No. It's pretty nifty.
No, it's not.
No, okay.
It's Croak who's pretty nifty.
Oh, okay.
The engine.
Yeah. What'd you get?
3.
3. It's more than... It's what you need,
And on a
basically.
2-up, you take D3 mortal wounds. Actually, it's 3-up, but you take 3 mortal wounds.
No. Yeah.
Meh.
Yeah.
The Oracle on Troglodon. 6, yeah, that just gets him into
Yeah.
there. Like that.
Excellent. Over here?
No, he's not charging him.
No.
No, I think he's
No?
good. I think
Okay.
he's good.
Alright, cool, yeah. Well, before you start activating, let's just do ground shaking stomp from the tree lord
Yep.
over here. So on a 4-up. And it's a 1.
Troglodon's going in. Here's Clawed Forelimbs, 2 attacks. I am going to spend a command point for reroll once to hit on him. One of my 2 command points, so 4 to hit. 1 hit, and 3 to wound.
I love that.
1 save at no rent.
1. Gone
2
through.
damage.
Oh, wait, reroll saves a 1.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Safe.
The Jaw on 4s. Ah, really using that. Rerolls of 1. 3 to wound. 1 save, no rent.
1 save, no rend. 6, I'm good.
My Rod on 4s.
Rod
Reroll
of
1s.
Rod of the Covenant.
He hits and 4 to wound. That's a wound.
Rend.
-1, so that goes through.
Ba-bam.
And then on a 5-up, that unit's removed. No, the model's removed.
Okay.
No.
How much damage does it do?
Just 1.
Oh, so, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Takes him up to 4 wounds then.
Yeah.
You never find the 4 when you need it. It's there. Well, given you've still got 8 wounds left, I'm just going to suicide the Tree Lord Ancient. He failed on his 4-up, so that's his fault.
It's his fault.
And he's so wounded anyway that
You're
he's
not
not
gonna
going
do
to
a lot,
remove it
yeah.
anyway. So I might as well try and save the Scions
Yeah.
by removing... Is it 1 wound left on that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do the 2 attacks with
The boss.
Did I say Scions? I meant the Revenants, but
Revenants,
2
yeah.
attacks with the Scion.
He is a Scion, yeah.
So he's hitting hits once on 5.
You get 1 reroll a phase. Do you want to use that there?
Do I need it? I've only got to do 1 wound. Go on then, because he's doing.
Hey.
Yeah, okay, and 3s to wound. 1 going through.
He's gone.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay, so you're going to go with the Stegodon. If you fail to remove this die, that's all on you.
Yeah.
It's all on you, Jack.
Yep. The Chief, 3s.
Nah.
3s. It's 2 saves, -1, so 2 3-ups because you're in cover.
2 3-ups.
Yep.
Okay, re-rolling saves of 1.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, 1 damage.
1 damage so far.
The Horns, 2 hits. 1 save, -1.
So 1 3-up save, re-rolling
Yep.
1s. Good.
And then the Stomped and Jaws together on 3s.
Do you get re-roll 1s, or was that a different
That was
unit?
him.
Okay.
3s to wound. 2 saves, -1.
2 saves, so that's a 3-up, re-rolling 1s. I'm good. That's all on you. Okay, I'm going to activate the Dryad. Piles in.
Yeah.
It's got a 2-inch bar. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm just going to try and hit him. I'm going to
Okay.
ignore the big beastie.
Okay.
So 2 attacks hitting on 3s.
Yep.
No, 4s. It's your
4s.
turn.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what she.
Okay.
Oh, re-roll. Well, no.
No.
That's it. That's all she's going to do.
Well, the Stegodon will gouge him with his horns.
There we go.
He wounds. 1 save,
Oh,
-1, so 1 6-up.
Already gone off the table, but there you go.
Kind of wonder that so far.
Activating the Tree Lord is down to 2 attacks with sweeping blows. So, oh wow, he sweeps and he hits.
Nice.
But no 6s, you'll be pleased to know. On a 3-up though he wounds, both going through. -1 rend. -1 rend. Come on. Oh,
1 goes through.
1.
Yeah, 1.
1, not
I've
2.
flared my head.
D6 damage, 3 damage.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Impaling Talon then. Here we go. So Impaling Talon is hitting on 3s and wounding on, you're going to love this, 5s. But I want a 6. Oh, and I get a 3. So I'm wounding on a 5. Fails.
That's fine.
That's fine. That's fine. We both deserve that. Okay, I'm activating what I like to call the Lizard Murder Squad, otherwise known as the Kurnoth Hunters with Great Swords. I'm in so much trouble now I've said that. Let's go with the Huntsmaster. So he's 4 attacks hitting on 2s. Looking for 6s though.
Oh,
Not getting anything.
Lizard Murder Squad being
2
bad.
so far. Then the rest of the team hitting on 3s. No, but they come back with those mighty 6s. So that's 4 6s, so 4 attacks back, plus the 2 from the Huntsmaster.
4 6s.
4 6s.
6s.
Let's just focus.
4 6s.
Let's focus on that for a bit while I roll my 3s to wound, looking for 6s.
Yeah.
So 4 mortal wounds.
How many saves?
And 4. Do they still count as a wound as well? Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no, of course they
Okay,
do, of
so
course
yeah.
they do.
It's alright, it's never happened to me before. 4, 8, 10, 11. 11 saves at -1 rend.
He's dead.
He's dead. Wow. Lizard Murder Squad to the rescue. Ooh. Okay, so that's the end of turn 2.
And I think I really turned it around this turn. It was looking bleak, but now I think there's sun on the horizon, people.
Yeah, light at the end of the tunnel, as they say. No, that was pretty horrific.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. So, end of that turn, you score 1 point for the objective you gained over here. That takes us to 3 points each, basically, going into turn 3 roll off.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I was starting to think it was a mistake, me taking the initiative on turn 2. But you've had such a disastrous follow-up, I actually don't even mind if you double me. Maybe that's a foolish thing to say at this stage. You can still do damage. But I'm feeling your pain. Let's see what you can do going into turn 3 roll-off. Here we go then. Let's do the roll-off. And
What'd you get? I got a 5.
I got 6!
Oh,
No,
you're
take
gonna
it!
Okay, going into your hero phase.
I'm going to try and cast Comets. I'm going to go Sage's Staff again for the
Yep.
+1 to cast and everything.
Sure.
Comets Call. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got it on 10.
I'm going to try and deny it because I've still got some fragile stuff around the
Yep.
table, so I need an 11. I don't get that.
D6 units. 2
Oh, you
units.
needed better rolls for that.
D3, I'm going to do Tree Lord and Ancient.
Dirthu, yeah?
Yeah, sorry,
Dirthu,
Dirthu,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so Tree Lord and
the Tree
Dirthu.
Lord.
One mortal
Oh,
wound,
goodness.
taking to 9 wounds so far.
Dirthu! 2. Doesn't bracket him.
2 wounds on Dirthu. I'm out of wound dice, so we'll sort that out
Okay.
in a second.
And then I've got Geminids. I'm going to try and throw them out. I get them on a 12.
Right, this is
So
coming from over here,
you
so
can't
I
stop
can't
it.
stop
The
it.
guy's
Sorry,
12.
sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
So I'll set them up and move them.
Sure.
Okay, here they are. The orange one, of course, is the light, and the purple one is the dark. So that one's going to go across like that,
Yep.
and that one
Move
across
on, bubble
like
the other
that.
way, and then land.
So the Tree Lord takes D3. 3, and the Kurnoth take D3. 3 as well. And that means the Kurnoth Hunters are now -1 attack, and the Tree Lord is -1 to hit.
Well, that kills that one and puts 2 wounds onto that one.
Yep.
And then, of course, all the negative buffs.
Cool.
Okay.
Slan's not going to cast his third spell. I'm going to do my 2d3 Conjuration.
Go for it. Okay.
That's another 3, so that's 15, 17. And
That
I
was
forgot.
another 4. You said 2d3, you rolled a 3 and a 4.
Oh,
Another 4.
so that's 4.
Yeah.
And I got 14. So now I'm on
now
18.
Is
That's
that a lot? Is that a little?
That's not a lot. I did also forget to roll for my command point, so 3 dice, and I get 1 command point. Nice. Yeah, and then it's just movement now. Movement phase. My Engine of the Gods. Still staying within 3 inches.
Gotcha.
Slan's gonna.
Which one is he? Is he -1 to wound or hit?
Hit.
He's -1
And
to hit.
then the Kurnoths are -1 attack.
-1 attack, sorry, yeah.
And then I'm gonna run the Croxigor.
Oh, yeah.
4, so that gives him 9, which will be plenty for what I
I'm
want to
seeing
do.
more gore than I am Crocs.
Seemed a lot more crop than bot. He's going to protect the doorway. He's like, you don't get through this door, Kurnoth
That
Hunters.
it looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that, yeah.
Apart from that, oh yeah, I guess I'll move this thing.
Within
over.
3? No?
No,
Is this,
Just
okay.
there, just there.
yeah.
It's just chilling, just chilling.
Shh.
Then it's shooting.
Shooting, yeah?
Bastiladon is going to put its laser beam into the Tree Lord and its javelins into the Tree Revs.
Pachow!
Laser beam.
Wow.
What
I don't like the look of that roll.
A absolutely solid, stellar roll from the Bastiladon.
No, 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 no.
3s to wound. Oh, he makes it up for it on the wound. 4 saves at -1, so 4 3 up, rerolling once.
Oh, well, pulled off the ones.
Ah!
One
2
goes through.
damage!
2 damage. Leaves him with 1 wound. I'm just going to leave that
And
counter
then
there.
the javelins
Yeah,
into
yeah,
the
yeah.
Tree Revs on 5s. Good job. 4s. 1 save, no rent, so 1 5 up.
Oh!
Okay. I've then got my Stegodon, my Skink Chief.
Yep.
Everything into the Tree Lord again, of course.
Just
so
that 1 wound to go.
the
Come on.
javelins, 1 hit, and 4 to wound. Nope. Then, my Sunfire Throwers.
Okay.
I roll 1 dice because you are 1 model, and on a 5 up, you take a mortal wound.
You can do this. It's a 1 in 3 chance.
It just stares at me. Just stares at me, taunting me.
Baneful 1 eye.
The engine. Javelins
Yeah,
into the
yeah.
Tree Lord.
Okay.
5s to hit, 2 hits, 4s to wound. 1 wound, 1 3 up. Yeah, power to the
Oh.
people.
Oh dear, Jack.
The engine is then going to do its cosmic roll. I'm going to do
Yep.
3d6. I'm looking for 666s.
And you know what? I've seen you do it in the past. Oh, but...
It's not enough. That's 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's see what that does. Okay, that is a bolt of je energy. So on a 2-up, you a little French. On a 2-up, your Tree Lord takes D3 mortal wounds. That's a 2-up, so that's 1 mortal wound.
One more wound takes him to 4 wounds.
Solid performance there.
No, yeah, I admired him.
And that's it. That's it. I'm on to my charge. Chargers. Here we go. Bastillodon charging. That's solid. He's going over here.
No way!
Yep. The Engine of the Gods.
4?
4. That's enough.
That's enough.
That's a chunk roll. And on a 3-up, you take 3 mortal wounds.
Wow, okay, that puts him up to 7 wounds
the
taken.
Sheer power of
The
it.
sheer power. Okay.
You've got your stomps.
Yeah.
The engine.
So, ground shaking stomp
Yep.
for the engine here,
Yep.
yeah? He's not fighting last, and for the dude over there, he's not an engine, what is he? He is fighting last.
He's a skink chief.
He's a skink chief. He's fighting last. I've got, I think, 1 wound left on that Tree Lord.
Okay. I'm going to spend both my command points. All out attack on the engine and +1 attack on the skink chief from his own command ability.
Okay.
So the engine, the horns on 3s, 2 hits and 3s. 2 wounds, -1 rend, 2 4-up rerolling 1s.
2 4-ups, rerolling 1s. Yep, 1 goes
4
through.
damage!
He's on 7, so that's done him.
No, he's still got 1 wound left. 12 wounds. 7 + 4 is
11.
That's it.
I, for somehow, convinced myself he'd only got 10 wounds.
The jaws and stomps on 3s. Loving those 2s.
Definitely one of those days.
And
Sorry,
3s.
folks.
Oh, I just dropped one on the
Drop
floor.
dice, come on.
4 saves at -1 though. 4 4-up rerolling 1s.
4 4-ups, rerolling 1s.
Yep. No, he's gone.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, okay. Pop. Okay, I'm down to 1 attack with the sweeping blow, so here we go. Bound to roll a 6. Oh!
I don't.
That becomes 2 hits. I say we should have said impaling talents first. 3's to wound. So 1 wound, -1 rend.
Goes free.
D6 damage. 6. Oh, Jack. Oh, Jack.
Yep, that's him. That's him gone. That's him gone. Okay, I've got the Bastillodon to attack with. 3 attacks on 3s. All hit and 3s. 1 wound, -1 rend. 1 6-up.
1 6-up.
You can reroll 1 dice a turn. Do you want to roll it here?
Bish bash bosh. No.
No, D3. Oh, only 1 goes. Pipe, banner, boss, banner?
Banner.
Banner.
Okay, so my 2 guys attacking back. 2 attacks with the Scion.
It's force. 1 hit.
1 hit. 2 attacks with the dude.
1 hit.
1 hit. So the Scion, because he's 2 damage, I'll just roll him separately. Fails to wound. And the normal guy does wound on a 5.
Boom! Saved.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't bother going with them before the Tree Lord.
End of my turn. My engine still holds that objective. It's looking
2 points this turn for that.
It's looking dire. But you never know. I might be able to summon some things back or whatever. So
You go 2 points ahead as I go into my turn
Yeah.
3. Yeah, like you say, if you can summon some stuff back.
it's one of those. It's quite interesting now, but because your Durthu's now stuck there.
Yeah, but
You
the
can't
Tree Lord,
teleport
Tree
him
Lord
away.
Ancient's still roaming around.
Yeah.
There's a few Kernoff hunters, and there's a Branch Witch at the end of the day, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay. Going into turn 3, I gain an extra command point
Yeah.
being within there, so 2 command points. I'm going to spend 1 on the reroll saves of 1. Heed the Spirit Song. And then I think into spells, and I know which. The way this is going to go, but I'll do my best. Let's do regrowth.
Yep.
From the Tree Lord Ancient. It goes off on a 10.
There it goes off.
Okay, so I choose a model and heal D6. You know what? At this stage, I am going to heal D6 on the branch ray. So I've got 6 back.
She's back
So
up to full.
she's back up to full strength, which is good news. Let's go with a branch ray with Rouse to Wrath from the branch ray. Okay, on an 8 it goes off.
And I don't stop it.
You don't stop it. So that's 10 dryads coming into the woods. I'm hoping actually with a 9-inch. No, it's going to be close, isn't it? I know that's got knocked out of position, but I think it's going to be close that I can actually fit.
Well, it's one of those, you can just stick them in a different wood.
Oh, and then teleport across. Yeah, of course. Okay, in which case I'll drop 10 dryads in there, which we can do off the turn. Yeah. In fact, actually, that's the end of my hero phase. So. Okay. All right, moving on to movement. I'm just going to drop those dryads in between turn. So going into movement, you know what? Just for space, the Tree Lord Ancient is going to 9-inch away. 9-inch away.
Means he can shoot his staff if he's over there.
Does mean he can shoot his staff exactly because he hasn't got the line of sight now issues. I think I'll move the dryads across over here within 9-inch of there, and we'll see what we can do about that. Okay. The Kernoff Hunters are going to march within 3-inch of that door. Yeah. You shall not pass, says the Croxigore. We've got a 5-inch move over here.
Do the tree revs want to get out of combat?
Yeah, I'm thinking we might as well, but you know.
Where shall I put them?
The
9-inch away from the slan?
Yeah, loop them over there, 9-inch away from the slan. It should be at the end of movement, but I think it's the Durfu is just literally going to move out right there, so to make room for the 3 Kernoff Hunters with scythes to shuffle through that gap. Okay.
You got those other 5 tree revs as well. Are they gonna?
Again, I'm thinking with the 5 tree revs, if you can just pop them over there, let's see if we can get them into the slan.
Yeah.
Thank you. And the dryads, the last thing they need to do is just come across here. Yeah. They've got to be within 6-inch of the woods.
9
and more than 9-inch from there, so we'll basically line up along there. I'm just going to move that tree out of the way to get a few of them in, but we know that they're going to need a 9-inch charge. I'm not sure the dryads can do much against that thing, but there's 10 of them. There's 21 attacks. Okay, let's get into Jack's favourite turn, shooting. Right, so into shooting. Let's start off with the Tree Lord. Okay. This feels like throwing.
He has only got one
wound left, so he actually needs. He's got 5 attacks, but because he's down to 1 wound, he needs 6 to hit. Right. So looking for 6s.
No.
No hits whatsoever.
Durthu.
It's going to be down to the charge with him. Durthu, of course, has the Verdant Blast. He's on full health, isn't he, Durthu?
Yep.
Okay, so we have 6 attacks with the Verdant Blast. Hitting on 4s. Okay. 4 going through.
Nice.
Wounding on 3s. Oh, all wounds. At -1 rend.
2 up. Good.
Tanked it. Nice.
Doing what he does best.
Yeah, well, you know, it's the way it's going to be, isn't it? I think we're just going to have to keep poking at that one until it goes into something. I'm going to split the shops with the Kernoff Hunters, mainly because the woods are getting in the way. So 2 of them are going to target the Bastillodon.
Yep.
Hitting on. Where's the boss?
The boss is in the middle.
In the middle. So okay, hitting on 4s.
3s.
No, sorry, not the boss. The guy at the end. So 2 hits, and then wounding on. In fact, I can all the same wound roll, isn't it? So now the boss hitting on 3s.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So 4 hits, 3s to wound.
2 wounds.
2 up. Good.
And then this one guy over here shooting all the way over at your slan.
Yeah.
And he hits once.
Okay.
But he doesn't wound.
No. Okay.
Too far a shot. Next up, the Tree Lord Ancient, hitting on 2s with the Doom Tendril Staff. He hits.
3s.
Wounding on 3s. Fails to wound. Alright, let's get into my charges. First up, let's just see what's happening over this end of the table. Let's try the Tree Lord Ancient.
9.
Needing at least a 9. Gets a
Got
5.
1 command point.
You know what? Let's just do that command point.
Okay.
Come on, Kern, Tree Lord Ancient.
No.
6, fluffs it like a trooper. The Dryads.
Nope.
Fluff it with a 5. This isn't going well.
Tree
I'm
Revs.
desperately looking for alternative dice to use.
Oh.
The Tree Levs looking for a 9 over there. And they
You
get
can reroll
8.
1
I can
dice.
reroll 1 dice. Can I use it for the charge?
Yeah. It just says you can reroll 1 dice.
Okay.
No. The unit of 2.
Unit of 2 looking for a 9.
Reroll 1 dice.
Well, there's no point. There was a 3, wasn't there?
Oh,
okay,
right,
yeah,
okay.
I could have done it, but
Tree Lord.
Tree Lord. My goodness. So Tree Lord over here now.
Yep.
So all of that is fluffed.
Yep.
Tree Lord over here. On a
Nope.
4.
Colonel
Fluffs it.
Hunters.
I'm just gonna throw those dice away. 6. Please, oh please, oh please, oh please. Yeah, that's it.
You have the other Kernoth Hunters as well, we forgot about.
Yeah. Well, oh, yeah, good point. We'll come back to those in a second. And then the Kernoth Hunters into the Croxigore, they only need a 3. And of course, because they only needed a 3, they rolled an 8. And I don't need to go any further than that. Because they've got the... Well, I do, but it's going to break my model. But you get the idea.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, they're in. Fighting through the doorway. I think that's exhausted all my charge rolls, so a pretty dreadful turn, to be honest. Here we go then. So the Kernoth Hunters into the Croxigore first activation. Yep. So I'm going to go with a Huntsmaster.
Yep.
He's hitting on 2s.
Yep.
Does he get re-rolling?
No, but that 6 is an extra hit.
That 6 is an extra hit, that's what I was thinking. And then 3's to wound.
Yeah. So
all
one
wounds.
mortal wound.
Let's get the other guy.
Well, that might
and
get
1
him.
Mortal wound.
Yeah, that gets him.
Okay, so that gets him.
Okay, the Bastillodon attacking. He's got his tail on 3s. Oh, look at him go. Doing me a proud. And 3s to wounds. That was cocked. 3 saves at -1 rend.
3 saves at -1 rend. Oh.
Wow. 3d3 damage. That's 3 for 5, 6.
So
oh, how the turntables.
the turntables. He goes for 2 wounds remaining, and then 4 wounds onto the remaining normal dude. Just remember the reroll saves of 1. And a 3,
Yeah,
so it goes through anyway.
Still goes
okay,
through.
then. So let's do the 3 attacks with the Huntsmaster hitting on 2s.
That's
okay,
4
so that's
hits.
4 hits from him, and then from the standard dude hitting on 3s.
Okay, 1 hit, so 5 hits.
5 hits in total, wounding on 3s. Oh, okay, 2 wounds.
2 up.
2 2-ups.
Oh no! I'll take 1! D3.
D3 damage. Come on, let's make it 2.
Ooh.
Okay. So at the end of the combat round, all I'm going to do is try and trample you.
Yeah.
I'm looking for 2 4s just so I can bracket you down, really. Okay, 1
Oh,
4.
that does bracket me on that.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's the end of my turn 3. I actually didn't do a lot. It was quite a disappointing turn for me. Also, even more worryingly, I noticed a wound counter next to Dirthu, and I'd forgot he'd taken wounds, and I would definitely have pumped the heal in his direction. Although he probably would have been out of range anyway, so... But yeah, only faux pas there. I just didn't do enough. I mean, the Bastillodon...
Yeah.
I've bracketed it, but
He's
I kind of
rendable
just
now.
figure if you get it... Yeah, but if you get the turn, you'll just heal him back away from the rend again.
Yeah.
But, you know, I've removed the Croxigore over here. There's still two Kernoth Hunters. You can't ignore them.
Yep.
But, you know, I failed so many charges. What, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 5 charges I failed on this side of the table, so...
And I've just realised the Kernoth Hunters are at -1 attack from the Geminids, but it doesn't matter because you only killed me with the Hunter, so you actually had 2 more attacks after that, so...
Well, yeah, 4 more
matter.
attacks. Well, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's got 4 attacks each, so I get what you're
So
saying.
they go down to 3 attacks each.
Of
but
course,
it doesn't
3
really matter
attacks.
because he died to only 1 guy, so...
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Sorry about that. That's my bad one.
I think that's...
Okay, so that's it. I score 3 points at that, taking me to a total of 6. It's only a 1-point lead. It's marginal. It feels like this roll-off is still important, so let's do it. So here we go. Roll-off for turn 4. 2.
I got a 2, and I went first.
You went first.
So I get to decide. Okay, I am going to take the turn, but first things first, my Geminids.
Bound. So
Bound
I can't do anything about it, even though you're taking the turn.
Yep, D3 mortal wounds. 2 mortal wounds, so putting that guy on 4 wounds.
4 wounds.
And I'm going to give them -1 attack again.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Yeah.
Sure.
That's what I'm going to do. I've got spells to do. I am going to go with the Serpent Staff again for the +2 on my Slan.
Sure.
I'm going to go with a Comet's Call. Oh, 4, 5, 6.
Is that good? Is that bad? Is it a lot?
Does it?
Is it a little?
No, he's on 7. Right when I didn't need him to let me down, he does.
Oh no, Jack.
I'm out of range for the heal as well.
Oh really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's promising.
So I will go for an Arcane Bolt onto these 2 here.
Yep.
Get it on an 8, 9, 10.
I'll try and deny it because it's too. Wait, what else have you got in terms of casting?
I'm not going to cast anything else.
Yeah, let's go for it anyway.
No.
Okay.
Who do you want to die? The pipe or the boss?
Well, that's a tricky one to say, isn't it? I'm going to go with a pipe.
Really?
I know the boss is still going to have to walk, but, you know.
Get Arcane Bolt. Then I'm not going to cast my 3rd spell. I'm going to get 2d3 Conjuration points. 3, putting me on 21.
Oh, here we go. What can you get for 21? Is it a lot?
Not.
Is it schmeckles?
Not a
Or
lot.
is it summoning?
I think that's everything, so we'll just go into movement. Okay, the Engine of the Gods is going to move to look at these Kernoth Hunters. 3
Oh,
inches away.
cheeky. I think he's going to have to step back a bit,
Yeah.
but, you know, he's about there.
The Slan, I don't know what the Slan's going to do.
What?
Wow. To there, I guess?
Yeah?
No, to there. To there.
Yeah?
To there.
Okay.
To there. Actually, no.
Teleport.
No, he's just going to wah to here, so he's in range for the heal next turn.
Ah, okay.
Big thinking. I've got... That's all my movement, so it's on to shooting now. I've got to try and generate extra command points. I roll through. I get 3 extra command points, so that puts me on 4 command points
I
now.
think you burnt both of them last
Yeah,
turn.
so 4 command points now.
Oh, because you gain 1 plus
So
the 3.
1 plus
Of
the
course,
3,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
4. The Bastillodon is going to shoot. You know what? Since I have so many command points,
Oh, here we go.
yeah, I'm going to give 1 for all-out attack. So reroll 1s to hit.
Yeah? What's he shooting at?
The Kernoth Hunters he has to.
Oh, of course he has, yeah.
4s to hit, rerolling 1s.
Yeah.
Okay. And 3s to wound. Okay. 4 saves at -1 rend.
4 saves -1. So 3 go through.
6 damage. That does them.
I think that does the unit. You're good,
Nice.
yeah. There wasn't a 1 in there, was there? Because I do have reroll saves of 1, but I'm
No.
pretty certain there was only 2. So, all right.
Cool. The engine is going to throw its javelins. 5s to hit into the Kernoth Hunters. 1 hit, 4 to wound. Nothing.
That was a never-ending roll.
Then I'm going to roll my engine. 3 dice. That is a 13. I think I get to bring on a
I'm
unit.
sure that's a good thing.
That is to bring on a unit of 10 sorcerers, but there's nowhere I can put
We've
them.
just spent about 5 minutes with
Yeah.
9-inch rulers trying to find a space where you could fit. And
Yeah.
you just can't.
It's just not.
The maximum you could drop was about 6 models.
Yeah.
Okay.
Charges them. Charges then. The engine. Oh, that's big enough.
Yeah, he's going to have
Get
to park
some-
himself right in the doorway. It looks
I'll just
pretty
get
cool.
within
I like
half an
that.
inch.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
On a
That's good.
3 up. Yeah, you take D3 mortal wounds. Yeah, so 3 mortal wounds.
Okay, so that takes him off.
Then the Bastillodon's actually going to charge. 5 is not enough. No. So he's just going to stay there. Engine of the Gods then.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my command point, another command point for a reroll 1s to hit on him.
Oh, shocking.
The horns, 3s.
Yeah, looking good.
3s.
2.
So that's 2 saves at -1, so 2 4-ups because you're in cover.
2 4-ups, re-rolling 1s.
No, just re-rolling actually because of the tackle form.
course, re-rolling, so
You're good. And then...
Although I didn't state it, but that's very generous of you.
5, 6, 7 attacks from the jaws and stomps on 3s. Re-rolling 1s. And 3s. 2 saves at -1 rend, so 2 4-ups.
4-ups, re-rolling.
Yep. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
2 damage, but it doesn't kill him.
Takes him to 4 wounds. The only thing for him to do is attack back.
It's -1 attack.
-1 attack,
So 3
which
attacks.
means take a dice out of my hand.
Yep.
3 attacks, hitting on 2s. Hitting on 2s.
Yep.
No
Wounding on
6s, wounding on 3s, mortal wound, and 2 saves.
So he's a 3-up save because he can flare his armor at you.
Yep.
4-up then. That's 5 damage.
Okay. Alright, going into Sylvaneth turn 4. Yeah, we're picking away at each other, aren't we? I mean, that takes your points to 8 points, 8 to 6.
Yeah,
You've got a
I
2-point lead.
I could have done with not failing over there.
You could have done with him going, for sure.
Yeah.
That's lost its ignore end,
Yeah.
which potentially means it's in a bit of trouble. And of course the Dryads can start to move now without having to rely on teleport, etc. Okay, let's just get into the hero phase then. The Tree Lord Ancient. I don't think I'm out of range, well out of range for anything like Renew. Not on him though, actually. But it's utterly pointless doing that. So I might as well just pop some trees up. No, I'm joking. Yeah. I suppose I might as well just slam in Arcane Bolt.
Yep.
Probably going to get shut down, so doing anything that I'm reliant on. And a 5...
Yeah, stop it.
Yeah, you can stop it, no problem. The Branch Witch is going to...
Summon Dryads.
I can do, because, you know, I can bubble wrap Dirthu at least.
Yeah.
Okay, on a 6, I don't think that goes off anyway. It's a 7, isn't it, Rouse to Wrath? So...
Well, I failed the deny.
Yeah,
So
okay
I'll
then.
look.
But Rouse to Wrath is a 7. So other than spending the command point for reroll saves of 1,
Yep.
I actually think what I need to do, because although you've got a 2-point advantage, I will score, I think, 4 points off of that this turn.
Yeah.
Takes me a 2-point advantage. I probably just need to start castling up around Dirthu, really,
Yeah.
as we go into turn 5, and just accept the fact that's going nowhere. Or at the very least, send the Ancient in there, but don't worry too much about the Dryads going in and all the rest. Okay, might as well get straight into movement then. Okay, first up with the movement, let's get the Tree Lord within 3 inches of him. He's only got 1 wound left, but you know, he's still doing the business. So the Dryads are going to walk the spirit path through the forest and appear next to here to start to bubble wrap Dirthu. There's not a lot I can do because of that 9-inch bubble, but I can at least block one side.
Yeah.
Which makes life easier. Okay, so the Dryads have got a 7-inch move. Let's see, that's actually to there, so I'm shot by 4 inches away from him. I can definitely be 3 inches away from him. I'm going to edge my bets on this one, so at the moment I'm just going to shuffle to there. Yeah, it all depends on what the Tree Lord does.
Do you want the Tree Revs to move up?
Please get him as close as you can.
He can get 3 inches away. Do these Tree Revs want to go towards the Bastillodon? The engine, rather?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I don't see why not at this stage. In fact, actually, no, forget that. I am going to teleport those and bubble wrap my Dirthu, please. Okay. So if you can throw them over here. Thank you very much. I can't do a lot because you've got that there, but I can at least provide some shielding around the back of him if you were to use the teleport. So let's do that actually. So they can't do a lot, but they can do something basically. Yeah. You know, it's just about that 9-inch bubble stopping you teleporting too close.
Yeah.
See if that can work. Tree Lord Ancient, I think he's just going to walk. I was half tempted to send him against the Bastillodon, but 5 inches just gets him through to there. Okay, so he's still got a good... Yeah, he's going to need a 9-inch charge. There's no getting out of that. The Dryads need about a 4-inch charge, unless, of course, they're piling into there. He's got 3 inches over there. The Kernoffs are over there. I think I've done as much as I can this turn in terms of movement. Okay, into shooting the Doom Tendril Staff from the Tree Lord Ancient into the Engine of the Gods.
Yep.
He's not wounded, is he? So he's still good. He's hitting on 2s. And wounding on 3s. Okay, so he's wounded. -1 rend. D6 damage. Oh, it's a 6. Oh, crikey. Oh, Jack.
He's got 1 wound left.
Okay, Durthu is going to do Verdant Blast. He's only taken 2 wounds, so he's still on 6 attacks with 4s to hit. Okay, that's only 2 going through.
Yep.
And 3s to wound. Oh, both wounding.
-1, so
Yep.
3 up. 1 goes through. D3.
D3 damage. Oh, 3 damage.
You got the Doom. The what are they called? The strangle roots from the Tree Lord.
Yes, I have. He's only got 1 wound, so he's
6s. 5 attacks on 6s.
5 attacks on 6s, so he's not exactly gonna. Okay, 2 hits.
2 hits. 3s to wound.
2 wounds. Wow.
Takes another wound. 7.
Okay.
Got 3 wounds left.
I've got 2 Kernoff Hunters that can target them. 1 is the normal guy, hitting on 4s, utterly fails.
Yes.
Boss Man, hitting on 2s,
Oh.
fails and all but that. Whoa, and throws the dice clean off the table. And of course it's a 6, but let's get it back in there. 3, so wounds.
Saved.
Saved it. The remaining Kernoff Hunter takes the long shot at the slan. 4s. Hits with both. Wounding on 3s. 1 wound.
Saved it.
Oh.
Absolute power.
Okay, let's get into some charges. There's a hell of a lot of mess on the table. Most of it's my fault. You know what? Let's try the Tree Lord Ancient.
Yep.
See if he pulls something out of the bag here. And it's an 8, and I believe he needed a 9, so... Yeah, he doesn't make it. Okay, let's do the Dryads. They get a 7. I think I'm just going to go for the slan.
Okay.
Okay, let's move those over there. Don't want to completely wrap him, so I also want to put the Scion in the back of him as well. So we just go like that. Leave room for the Scion.
The 2 ranks anyway.
Yeah, I'll not be doing a pile in. The Scion of the Revenants is in.
Whee!
Okay, the Tree Lord over by the Bastillodon. Makes it. On a 6. So they got 1 attack left. He's going to go for the ground seeking stomp.
Yep.
And you are fighting last with that unit.
Okay.
Okay, that relieves me a little bit. I think that's the end of my charges. It is. So into combat. So first up, the hidden Kernoff Hunter with sword.
Yep.
He's going first basically because your Bastillodon's fighting last. Your Slan's going to remove some, but I don't think all.
Yeah.
I might be ruining my chance of killing the Slan, but at the same time, I've really got an objective here of just taking you off the objective. So
3 attacks.
3 attacks because he's on -1.
Yep.
Hitting on 2s. All hit, and I have generated an extra hit as well, so I'm back up to 4 hits. Yep. Wounding on 3s.
Yep.
Okay, so that's 3 wounds.
3 4-up saves. Nope, he's dead.
Okay, so he goes. Your activation.
Here
Come
we
on,
go.
Slan
Yeah,
Starmaster.
he's got his Azure Lightning.
Well, you've got a Tree Revenant and Dryads into you, so what are you targeting?
I'm just going to put everything into the Dryads.
Just reduce
Try
the
and
numbers down,
numbers,
yeah. Okay then.
Uh,
Makes sense.
6 attacks on 4s. Okay, 2 hits.
Oh, no.
And 3s. Oh, 2 saves at -1, so 2 5 up. Speaking of 10 models.
2 goes through.
2 die.
Okay. Hey. Well, your Bastillodon's got to attack last, so I might as well.
Yeah, just go with everything there, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so there's 8 Dryads left, so 17 attacks, hitting on 3s because you're enraptured.
Yep.
6 there's a few
another.
6s in there, so there's 4 6s in there, so they go back in. And then wounding on 4s. that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wounds.
8. Well, hopefully he shouldn't be dead. 4 up save. Oh, look at that! One thick toad only takes 2 wounds.
Oh man,
It's too thick.
I don't want to upset you, but I just realised it was 9 wounds. But you know.
Oh, he saved it. Look at that. He doesn't
Okay.
doesn't even care.
Let's activate the Scion. So
Yep.
this is 2 attacks.
Falls
Uh,
to hit.
yeah. Sorry, falls to hit.
Yep.
What does the Scion gain? Just the 1 extra
Damage.
attack.
No.
Oh no, damage with
yeah.
the weapon, isn't it? So hits.
Okay.
No extra hits though. Oh,
You get to
but
reroll
double
1 dice a phase.
Oh,
So.
go on then. Yep, there you go.
Oh, I saved it again.
He just tanks it.
Doesn't care.
Super,
Look at him.
super tanky.
With his little wheelchair.
All right.
You got a tree lord.
I do have a tree lord. Next up then is the tree lord. He's not in
Yes.
great state.
So you got 1 attack.
1 attack
With sweeping blow.
and he misses
The impaling talon now.
on a 4.
Hits. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Question mark. Impaling Talon does indeed hit on a 4.
Okay.
But unfortunately, because of how wounded he is, it wounds on a 4.
Ha ha!
Ah!
Watch
I love
this.
that combat.
Watch this. Bastiladon rears his booty up to him. He's got his big tail, which hits on 3s. He gets
Nice.
3 hits. Wounds on...
No! How can you, Jack?
Just needed him to go!
Okay. So you didn't. Right. I think that's combat over. There's no battle shock, is there? Yeah, I lost 2 on the Dryads.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Bravery 6.
the
on
bravery
Dryads.
6. So let's just roll that while we're here.
5, 6, 7, so...
So lose another Dryad. Oh,
that's
not my
good.
nymph though, if you don't mind. Oh, I've got 2 of them, in fact. So why
No,
not?
why not?
Okay, so that's the end of my turn. Slight tactical error on my part, really. I should have just sent the Dryads over towards the beastie and captured the objective, but
Yeah.
my bad. I've lost a point there. It might mean something in turn 5, but we'll see. But that's why you need to keep focused with your eye on the game, really. And I got distracted and thought, I want to go kill me a Slan. And that's a classic case when you haven't got much of a point lead. Don't go thinking things like that. Go thinking, I need to score some points. Okay, so we are into roll off for turn 5. Roll off for turn 5. 2,
4!
nailed it. So I'm guessing you're going to take that turn.
Yeah, I kind of have
I've got a horrible feeling I'm going to regret getting my eye off the ball with the Dryads.
Yeah, the only way I can do this is get a draw. Is the only thing I can do. So we're going to give it a go.
Right, okay,
Start my hero phase.
Let's do this.
My Geminids do that and kill the Colonel Hunter.
Kill the Colonel
so he's
Hunter.
dead.
He's only got 1 wound left, so... Oh, he's got his hair stuck on the building.
The Slan is going to try and get some command points. I got 1 more command point, so I'm up to 3 because I had 2 from last turn.
Sounds good.
The Constellation I'm going to go with. I'm actually going to go with the Great Drake, which means I can give a hero +1 attack in combat on all their weapons.
Okay.
There's a plan forming. There is a plan forming.
I'm still thinking you've got some conjuration points somewhere along the lines here, yeah? So
I'm going to go
not
with
thinking I'm only facing 2 models, you know?
Comet's Call.
Okay. On a 6.
7, I
So
get
you
it.
got a 7, so let's go for the deny from the Ancient. They're both in range to deny it. I don't deny it.
I get D3 units. 2
2
units, so I'm going to choose that Tree Lord and kill him.
Yeah, okay, he's gone.
And Durthy's going to take D3. 1 on Durthy.
Takes
brackets him.
3 wounds and brackets him. Yeah, good move.
I'm going to Celestial Apotheosis, the Bastiladon.
Okay. I mean, Durthu on a bracket takes him off of 6 damage to D6 damage, which is huge. I mean, it essentially halves his damage, you know.
Yeah, so heal him. I get it on a 7. You got 1 more deny.
Let's go for it. No, looking positive, but no.
So I heal a wound up to 6. Then I'm going to do Conjuration points, so I get D3 from my Slan, D3 from not casting a spell.
Yeah.
That gives me
5,
which puts me on 26.
26. You're smiling. That's worrying.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. Do you want to have a look at what's coming from that?
Well,
or...
no, it's into my movement
it's
phase
movement,
now.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Sorry.
so
yeah,
now
yeah.
I'm just going to go into... Oh! Yeah, I'm just going to go into my movement phase.
Right, so movement.
Here we go.
I love how much these trees... I'd love to do a freeze frame of the first turn and then the last turn. Because the terrain just migrates around the table, doesn't it?
Bastillodon's moving 5 backwards. Now, I have 2 things I can do at the end of my movement phase.
One is shocking.
And because it's my turn, I get to choose the order I do them in.
Okay.
So, here we go.
What do you mean, here we go? I don't like the sounds of here we go.
Let's do this.
Okay.
I'm using 25 of my conjuration points.
He fits.
An old blood on Carnosaur.
You might have to go back a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a bit. Yeah. You're all right. You're good.
There you go. He is good there. The
So
old blood on Carnosaur comes in for 25, bringing me down to 1
25
conjuration
schmeckles,
points.
yeah?
25 schmeckles for a Carnosaur, and then the Slan goes, I remember distinctly that I was somewhere else. So he goes...
So he calls them Meeseeks.
Over there.
So I need to...
Yeah.
Hey, Meeseeks,
I need to go over
there.
I mean, he's on the bottom floor in the cover.
Just put him there for rule
he goes
of cool.
over there.
Why not there anyway?
Because he needs to hold the objective, so he immediately
we'll just
gains
count
that
horizontal
objective.
because he looks cool up there. Look.
And then it's shooting phase. Here we go. 7 shots from the Bastillodon. This is going into the Dryads and the Javelins into Dirthy.
Because you're trying to get rid of one of my options to capture that other objective.
Yeah, exactly. So 4 hits.
Plus you're punishing me for not focusing on the game.
Yep. Oh, 4 saves at -1, so 4 6-ups.
4 6-up saves, re-rolling ones. Okay, so 2 gone through. 2 go through.
So that's 6 dead. Sorry, 4 dead.
4 dead, yeah. Well, let's take the 4 furthest away
Okay.
from the objective.
Then I have my Javelins. 4 attacks on 5s into Dirthy. Nothing. Then I have the Sunbolt Gauntlets.
Coming out of the Carnosaur.
Here we go.
Important roll.
Charge phase. He needs a 9. No, I'm going to spend a command point. Oh, that's a 10.
Oh man, he's
That's
in.
a 10.
He's in. No.
He goes in. And the Bastillodon as well. Yep, he gets in. He's like, "I'll help you, boss." They charge in as well. They just see this Carnosaur get torn into reality, and the Bastillodon's like, "Yeah."
Ground shaking stomp.
On who?
I'm gonna do it on the Carnosaur.
Okay.
Because I don't think the Bastillodon can do me, and I've got to guess the Carnosaur can.
Oh no! Oh yeah!
That was the most important roll of the game.
This is it. Combat phase.
Do you want to just skip
No,
combat?
no.
So you're going to activate the Bastillodon, yeah?
No, the Carnosaur. Now, because of the Great Drake, he's getting +1 attack on everything. Then I'm going to spend his command point for +1 to hit, and then I'm going to spend another command point for all-out attack, so re-rolling 1s to hit. So the Celestite War Spear hits on 2s, re-rolling 1s. Re-rolling 1s. 4 hits, and this is also 3s to wound. 3 saves at -1 rend.
So 3 4-up saves.
Yep.
Re-rolling 1s, but 1 goes
That's
through.
3 damage.
3 damage, taking him up to 6 wounds so far.
Nice. The Clawed Forelimbs now hits on 2s. Re-rolling 1s. 3 hits. And they wound on 3s. That's 2 saves at no rend, so 2 3-ups.
2 3-ups. 1 goes through.
Just 2 damage.
So taking him up to 8 wounds.
Here we go. The Mouth now hits on 3s, re-rolling 1s.
I don't mind saying this is pretty intense.
Wounds on 3s. 3 saves at -1 rend.
What's the damage?
5.
I like how you saved that to the end.
Yeah.
I could have just rolled that.
I just went in order.
3 4-up saves. If I do these 4-ups, that's because of what you've just done.
Yeah. Yes! Yeah!
1 failed save. 5 damage goes through.
He gets chomped.
Okay, there goes Dirthy.
My Carnosaur takes the objective.
Excellent. Okay, moving into Sylvaneth turn 5. Oh, there is some battle shock.
Oh,
Before we move on,
Right.
Dryads over there lost 4.
Yeah.
4 dryads. So let's just see where they're at. I don't have a command point. I blew it. And there isn't a command.
Okay,
Oh,
so
there is. So
that's
2 more gone. So okay.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's not great. But now let's push on with the hero phase. Tree Lord Ancient then is going to go for. I could do some mortal wounds against him, so I can rouse the forest, can't I?
You could just Arcane Bolt this line.
Let's just go for Arcane Bolt. You're probably going to switch everything off on spells, and at a double 1, you don't even need to try. The branch wraith.
Summon some dryads.
Why not?
9-inch.
Go for 10 dryads, and I can see a 1 already, and I double 1'd it again. So
yes.
there goes the end
Way to
of
go.
magic. Let's spend the command point on reroll saves of 1.
This basically teaches me just take Old Bloods on Carnosaurs to every game. As soon as he turns up, everything starts working.
Yeah, it all starts
Just
working
Old
well
Bloods on
for you.
Carnosaurs.
Okay, let's
Win
get
it.
into my movement. I still think I can scrape something here, maybe. Movement. The Tree Lord Ancient then, marching forward 5 inches. His beard stuck on the building. He's got into a right pickle, but he's made it.
Nice.
So he gets to there. You're in, you said you're down there, didn't you? So
Yeah.
that's an 8-inch charge going round the, having to go round the whatever those things are called, the Gemma Squigs. These guys have got a 7-inch move.
Yeah.
Or rather, he's got a 7-inch move. He's got a 5-inch move.
That was only 4.
That's only 4. Thank you. Thank you, mathematician. What do I do with a Revenant?
It's one of those, it's whether you want to just focus on one side for all your
5 Revenants are not going to kill that.
Even with Archer support, probably.
Yeah, well, the archers have done terrible this turn anyway, so teleporting...
Watch the Archers do
Shut
all
up.
but 1 wounds this turn. And you're going to be like, oh, that's interesting.
What's their damage? It's
D3.
D3. You know what? Fortune favours the bold. Oh,
It's one of
is
those,
this-
though,
it's a 9-inch charge versus a guaranteed charge.
the
They
point
move 3
is-
inches away.
The
Okay,
point,
let's
it's
do that.
9-inch with 1 reroll. The point is that all you need to do is take 1 objective.
Okay.
So there's no point trying to focus on 2 objectives. You might as well just focus on 1.
Yeah, I know, but it's a 9-inch charge, and I don't have
And
a
you get
command
to
point.
reroll 1 dice.
Oh, okay then. Come on, you taught me into it. You taught me into it. Right, let's just pump these shots into here and regret moving my Revenants. Because you know I'm going to hit with all of them.
Yeah, and they're
wound
going
with all of them.
to do insane damage.
So the Huntsmaster hitting on 3s.
Oh. 4s on the rest of them.
4s on the rest of them. Wounding on 4s. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, there we go. So
3s to wound.
So,
So 2.
yeah, so, yeah.
It's 3s to wound. You took out 3.
Oh, sorry. 3?
Yeah.
So 3 wounds then. 3 wounds.
3 5-ups.
I
I failed.
switched off a bit. You failed 1,
So
D3. Ah, 3 wounds. Not enough
Not
to be scared.
quite the 11.
Not
we
enough
were
to think,
looking
hey,
for.
the Revenants could take off that last wound. The Tree Lord Ancient. So, the Tree Lord Ancient with his Doom Tendril staff.
Yep, I'm going to spend a command point. I have 2 command points left on All Out Defense.
Okay, here we go. So that gives you reroll saves of 1, is that
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So, Tree Lord Ancient with his 1 shot, hitting on 2s. Oh, 6.
Okay.
And
3 to wound.
wounding on 3s. 6 again.
4 up. Oh, good. I'm good. Because I'm in cover. So.
Okay. I think that's it for shooting. There's nothing to do but charges.
Yeah.
You know what? We've got everybody on camera we need to see right now. Tree Lord Ancient going for the charge. Double 1s it.
That's not enough.
It's not enough.
That's not enough.
Dryad. 7.
That gets him in.
The
there.
Dryads in. Tree Revenants.
They need a 9. They get to reroll 1 dice.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, 50-50. Oh!
And the last remaining Scion is not enough though, is it, this?
No.
And I've rolled 1 dice
He gets
on
2
the
dice.
Scion. I know he gets 2 dice on the charge.
That's not
You
enough.
can
but
reroll
reroll
1. So 6. It's not enough. So I get 1 Dryad against your man. We know what's happened in this game, but we're going to do the combat anyway.
I'm going to spend a command point for all that defense.
Yeah, well, I'm going to spend a command point for all that amazingness.
Yeah, this is one amazing
hitting
turn.
on 3s.
With 12 damage attacks, yeah?
Yeah, that's how it goes. Winning on... No.
Ah, those 12 damage attacks. And the slan glaring 4s and 3s. Yeah, 4 saves, -1, so 4 6-ups.
4 6-ups. There you go. Well, that brings us to the end of the game. It's a minor victory for me. We just remembered I didn't do the splashbacks from Dirthu, which may have changed what I did with it. But you know, we just for the completion of it, it would have been 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds back on him.
Well,
it wouldn't have been enough. It wouldn't have been enough for me to be bothered about taking the Revenants in. Is the truth.
Yeah.
Because even at that and the shooting, I took him down 8 wounds, leaving him on
4 wounds left.
4 wounds, and I just wouldn't have attempted 4 wounds with.
You've
5
also got
Revenants.
the Bastillid on there, which can attack.
I think it just wouldn't have. It wouldn't have worked out. Basically, it may have done, it may have not, but you know, it's important to remember your rules.
Yeah,
I forgot them. We can't be doing backsies constantly. And ultimately, I think this feels like a satisfying result for me. Because I took my eye off the ball and cost myself 1 point. If I hadn't have done that, if I'd have taken the Dryads over there, I would have scored an extra point that turn.
And I think it's one of those. It's like I think it goes to show you how much late game can actually affect. Like, you know, if I like back in the old days when I was like less experienced at Sigmar, I would have had those first 3 turns, and I would be like, "Oh, that's it. There's no way I can win this." But there is actually, and there's been so many games where I've been like, by turn 3, I'm like, "Oh God, there's no way I can win this." And then I'm like, "Wait, no, I'll play on because you never know. Something could happen. You know, something major could happen."
I mean, particularly the experience in tournament play, and I've had this happen to me. Is that late game? It's the 4th and 5th turn. I'll lose concentration on something. And you make that, it's that one mistake that kind of costs you the game. And in many respects, you know, this is a minor victory. It should have been a major victory, you know. And there's a few things, like I say, remembering the splashbacks on the model. I forgot. Would I have taken him in with 4 wounds left? I might have taken the gamble because 5 Revenants, you know, it's 10 attacks. You never know. They may have done it, but it's 4s and 4s. And, you know, it's 10 down to 5 going through, down to 2.5 wounding. It's not enough.
Exactly.
If it was down to 1 wound, I'd have been like rolling my sleeves up. You know, if 10 bounce backs. If I'd have rolled a miracle and taken 8 wounds off him, and then 3 wounds in shooting, you're going right. All I've got to do is chip that 1 wound. You do have to be realistic about what your unit can achieve. I was concerned about the 9-inch charge, but as you pointed out, I've got an extra dice. You can re-roll it. All I had to do was roll the 4 up. And it didn't happen.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
You know, so there you go. I've learned a lot in this game. I missed Ilario. It's nice having the Tree Lords around. I missed having the kind of magic output because I kind of feel like Sylvaneth should be a bit more about magic.
Her 3 cast,
you know, playing them without magic didn't kind of feel right. And although when you're up against the Slan, you're in real trouble with magic anyway. But you know, if she was on a +2 or a +1, then we'd have kind of cancelled each other out, which I think would have helped.
Yeah, and I think this army isn't built for being Starborn yet. I do have 6 Pterodons and 3 more Ripidactyls up on a painting shelf that need to get done with a bunch of skink heroes, and I think then you can kind of start looking into the Starborn battle.
This is more
I just
of a
wanted to try
match.
something different, but it just, you know, it's one of those.
It feels like it didn't work out.
No. Oh, it's, you know, I guess it did because I drew or minor loss, but
it was a weird old game. You do have to be careful.
I had some horrendous rolls, and you had some amazing. Those Kernoth Hunters, Dirthu doing that, doing to like 36 damage in one go, and he still had a pile in an attack. So, you know, it is one of those. It's hard not to judge games off bad rolls, but you just can't, because a million and one things could have gone differently, and I could have had amazing rolls, and you could have had horrible rolls.
You know, this game, I lost this game, arguably, I lost this game because of a tactical error, and then 2 4-up rolls.
Yeah,
you know, there was a 4-up for the charge there, and there was a ground-shaking stomp over there.
Yeah.
If I could have made him fight less, you know, he'd have been around to at least strike and do some damage against him.
Yeah.
So, you know, you take your chances, you roll your dice. All right, well, we hope you enjoyed it. This felt like a bit of a grind, this game. And I don't know whether that's just at the end of a long week, we're quite tired. And but we just seemed to beat the hell out of each other. It was a bludgeoning game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, which sometimes feels it feels like hard, but we know it ran the full course, which is good, and you scraped a draw on points at least, at the end. So yeah. Don't forget, if you're still here, because some people don't hang around to the very end of the game, but if you're still here, don't forget you can support us through wargameronline.com. Any support would be greatly appreciated. We also have Patreon and stuff like that, so you can check out the links in the description. If you're willing to support the channel, it'd be really good. It'll help us move on and develop more armies and more terrain and all the rest. And everything we do, we invest straight back into the channel, basically.
Yeah.
Be it models, terrain, painting, scenery, mats, etc. So, or cameras at the moment. So that's what we're hoping to do.
We've got some new armies on the way.
You've got a 2,000 points worth of Nurgle. I'm going to list Maggotkin as available for one of the armies people
I'll be able
can
to get it
choose
done pretty quickly.
as a motivation. So if somebody selected Maggotkin at the start of all of this, Philly Boots, I'm not going to put Iden of Deepkin in because I'm only at 1,300 points on my Iden of Deepkin, and they're far from competitive at that anyway. All right. We're going to call it at that. Hope you really enjoyed the show, and we'll see you in the next one. We're probably going to film another one tomorrow, but for your purposes, you'll probably be a 4 or 5 day gap in between the two before you see the next one. So look out for that. Thank you. Bye.
See ya.